All right, let's check the sound real quick. And we're live. So hold on just a moment here. Getting a few things set up. I'm a little late. What's up with this thing? Hold on. My camera settings are off here. Yeah, there we go. All right. Welcome everybody to Monday Madness. Is that what I called it? Happy New Year's Eve is basically what I want to say. But I figured might be a good day to just have a little bit of a hangout. I didn't see too many folks having online right now, so I figured I'd come in, sort a little bit, hang out, chit chat. Yeah, we might have a panel. We'll see. But just wanted to catch up a little bit since I know it's like right before New Year's Eve. I figured tomorrow wouldn't be a good idea to have a live stream. Just I know everyone will be busy. I'm gonna be out tomorrow. I probably will be drunk until Tuesday, at least Wednesday afternoon. So festivities, New Year's always is the biggest holiday here. So yeah, let's do a little hangout. Good to see everybody. Thank you for stopping by, Will. I see you, James. Happy New Year's. Happy early New Year's to you and Beth. Crazy lady, crazy book lady. I'm just kidding. Best of wishes to both you guys on the start of this new year. Good to see you, Jay Thompson. Happy New Year's Eve. Good to see you. Yeah, we might have a panel in a bit. I figured I'd pop in, do a little Q&A, whatever, a little sort. Maybe we'll do a little live panel in a bit here, Will. Monday Madness. Good to see you, Dewey. Aloha Monday. Monday Madness. I don't know what we're doing today. I got a lot of cards to sort. I've been trying to sort and catch up on a few things that I owe some folks. Plus, I wanted to throw in some cards, so I've been trying to get through a couple of lists that Troy sent on to me. So made some progress today. I sorted probably about 3 800 count boxes today. So yeah, I think you've got the championship in the bag, Will. So congratulations. I think Will be the fantasy football champion 2024. Just shows that had he auto drafted his team, he would have had 0 shot at winning the league. So you really did need to draft his team in order to win. So looks good. If it's 5:30 already, that means you got to be already. I haven't looked at the game. You got to already be in the 3rd or 4th quarter. That's usually good enough. And yeah, let's go. Good game, good season to everyone. Thank you for everyone participating in the inaugural D20 Fantasy Football League. It doesn't just take. It's not just a couple of us. It's all of us that made that league a success. Everybody who participated. Everyone should congratulate themselves on a well-fought season. Very competitive league. I think we had 9 teams over 500. All competing for those playoff spots, and playoffs are what they are, and looks like Will be our champion. He certainly was the front runner for most of the regular season, so good. Congratulations on a job well done, and look forward to beating you next season. So yeah, let's I'll just show you what I've been doing today. I sorted through about 3 800 count boxes, just sorting, making set, organize my collection, get all this. Here's what I'll do. I've got. How about we'll do a Topps Holiday. What are those? What do they call these? The holy hand grenades that they've got here with the holidays. This should be a really quick rip. Then I'll go ahead and open up the panel. Everyone's more than welcome to hop in, hang out. We should have a pretty good crowd tonight. So let's go ahead and we'll just do this. Why not? I just got out of the shower, obviously. That's why my hair looks like looks like I was out in the rain or something. So let's do this little quick holy hand grenade of baseball cards. I don't know. It's pretty much I saw this at Walmart and it's pretty much the only thing that was worth buying. So I picked up one of these. I don't know what I'm gonna do with the ornament. This is just looks like it's gonna take a lot. Oh, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna empty this out and use this as like a candy bowl or something like that, maybe. So that might be a good idea. All right, let's do this real quick. I'll drop the link for the panel and we can go ahead and get started. I think the plan will be to go maybe about 2 or 3 hours. We definitely will not be going the usual 6 or 7 hours, just because what I found out is that, if you're on the StreamYard free plan, you only have 20 hours per week. So even rotating, let's say just more than one account, I may need to create another one at the rate that we've been live streaming over the last couple of months. Who thought it was a good idea to shove cards into a ball? You know how stupid it is because you see these are rectangular, as in like square. So the ideal shape would have been like a square, where clearly if you have a circle, I mean, you're a teacher, maybe not a geometry teacher, but let's just say that square things do not fit into round spherical objects very well. All right, let's see what we got. Suburb Brother Maynard and the Book of Armaments. Yeah, it's basically like the holy hand grenade of baseball cards. That's pretty cool. We got the Dansby Swanson stocking stuffer ornament. So I guess you get one of these ornaments. I haven't done any of the holiday boxes. It's kind of like almost a glorified hanger box or hanger pack if you think about it. They could have just thrown this in the hanger wrapping, and I think it would have been the better way to go. But if you see I saw the display. They come in a giant box of 6. You probably could have put like 40 hangers in that space. So there we go. Got the Dansby Swanson foot ornament. Not to stocking. Is it scratch and sniff? What does it smell like? Just kidding. But all right, let's see what we got. Got Zach Gallen. Looks like the Diamondbacks are going to have one heck of rotation now that they have Corbin Burns, Zach Gallen, and hopefully Jordan Montgomery. Nolan Schonel rookie. Have a Jose Ramirez. I don't know. He always looks like the hair does not do him justice in that photo. I don't know what's going on there. We have Riley Green. I think the Tigers could be really good next year. We have the Astros. We have Yordan Alvarez. Shout out to Barry. There's an Astro for you. Mr. Will Smith. Not the actor or the pitcher, but the catcher, Will Smith. Sal Frelick rookie card. Spencer Torkelson. Jose Loperfido. Mookie Betts. Bryce Terang. Connor Phillips. Benintendi. Tyler O'Neill. Oh, it's got a ding corner. That's unfortunate. Probably because it comes with a stupid circular package. Hey, what's up? Shout out to Pre-Retirement Days, Comfort Foods. Happy holidays. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you have a great New Year's. You know what? I took that chicken and dumplings recipe and I kind of I turned it into a turkey chowder, turkey corn chowder. Very similar, very helpful. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Go check out their channel, Pre-Retirement Days, Comfort Food and More. Great cooking channel. Always looking for new recipes. And get to see My Girl Waffles. What's up? I know I've seen you over at A Server, Ari Bear, or Aries World, couple other lives. So happy holidays, happy New Year's to you as well. And we're just doing this one quick pack. Then we're going to go ahead and pop open the panel. Everybody's more than welcome to hop in, participate on the live panel. If you ever just want to hang out, talk about anything, not even necessarily collectibles or cards necessarily, but any sort of, any of your hobbies that you have. I feel like we talk about just about everything on here. Food. I think we talked about hot sauce last week. There's a cool Corbin Carroll. It's a nice action shot. Ronald Acuna. And I think it's always good to have folks from all different walks of life to hang out with. Even if I know sports cards, even by itself, is a very niche hobby. Probably only, what would you say, middle-aged men and mostly a male or dominated hobby. That's for certain. But I always enjoy folks, who come in from outside of our little hobby. It's always like to hang out and chit chat with everybody in the chat. That's a cool Vladdy Jr. The blue foil. That's one of my favorite players right there. So I will take that one. And looks like we have a few more. There's a Yankee, Anthony Rizzo, Edwin Diaz. Yes. Happy New Year's to everybody out there. This is actually New Year's Eve stream. We call it Monday Madness, but I figured there would be some folks out there. Seemed like a good opportunity before. You know, a lot of folks may have other celebrations to go and partake in tomorrow for the New Year's. I know it's always the biggest holiday out here in Hawaii. I'm here to go and see all the fireworks that we have here. It's going to be crazy. I basically, any kind of aerial firework is illegal here in Hawaii. Like you're pretty much not allowed to have them, but people still play with them regardless. And there's going to be a massive fireworks show. So I'm hoping to get a few shorts for the channel, maybe some videos. Maybe I'll pop in for a quick 10 or 15 minute live stream, midnight my time. It's going to be crazy. So that's what I'm looking forward to tomorrow. Best holiday as far as food goes. I think my friend is going to have a roasted pig. He'll probably have like, someone's going to bring a giant box of king crab. That's always so, man. It's like probably the best meal of the year. I've already been tasked to bring as much beer as possible. That's what I was ordered to do for tomorrow. So, all right, with all of that said and done, let's go ahead and I will drop the link. I know I saw you, Will. So I certainly want some folks to, I know everybody is welcome to hang out. Why can't we blow things up? I thought this was America. Yeah, you know what? Oh man, people go crazy with the fireworks. If basically we probably wouldn't have houses if people were allowed to play with fireworks indiscriminately over here. That's all I have to say about that. Let me switch back over to my regular camera. Catch up with the chat a little bit. Yeah, happy New Year's to everyone. It's New Year's Eve in Australia. That's right. You guys are over the international date line, which means that you are in the future. And we are almost the last people to celebrate New Year's. Australia, I'm not sure what the time zone. I think it might be like GMT +8, but we're basically -10, which means we're close to international date line. So everybody lives in the future compared to us, unless you live in Guam or something like that. So New Year's Eve and probably in Japan, starting off in the rest of the world. So yeah, there's gonna be a bunch of folks in here tonight. What's up, Will? How you doing tonight?
Happy. Very.
All right, goodbye, Will. I'll catch you later, man.
Very happy.
Happy birthday, Will. Happy birthday. Your father says hello to you. Happy birthday to you as well.
My father.
So Collectorholic. Shout out to Collectorholic. Happy New Year's Eve. Well, it's New Year's Eve for you now, but that's kind of the running joke for this one. It's Sensei Domino. I see you, Chance. What's up, Chance? Good to see you guys. And the Will just pops in and then he pops out. What's up with that? What's up, Jay? Jay Thompson frozen? Are all you guys frozen?
No, I'm sorry.
Oh, there you go. What's up, Jay?
So I'm on the, and I'm trying to relearn it.
Oh man, happy New Year's Eve, Yoda. Good to see you. Shout out to Yoda's Blessed Life. And his channel's been on quite a nice little growth spurt. He's trying to hit, I think, 10,000 subscribers will be the goal for 2025. So he's gotten a long way already in 2024. So big shout out to Yoda. If you're not already subbed to his channel, he often does some really great lives, at least in the past. And you never know when he will be live. And I had the honor of meeting a lot of good folks. Even folks that have appeared on Aloha Friday throughout some of you. Happy New Year's to you, and as always, be blessed. 5K by Saturday. You see, there we go. What a milestone right there, man. All we want to see is the channels within the community reaching out to others and. Yeah, what a milestone. 5K, geez. I remember trying to do a 1,000 So to see you get to 5K, man, what a milestone right there. Have a great stream, everyone. Gotta go for now. We'll see you next time. All right, if we don't see each other until New Year's, I want to wish you a happy New Year's and thanks for stopping by. It's like Jay's trying to figure out his microphone situation. Will decided to hop into the panel and then just go AFK. Hey, there we go, Jay. What's up, Jay? How you doing? I can hear you now.
Is my mic thing working now? Oh,
Yes.
Sweet. I have no idea what the fuck's up. My computer took a massive bullshit shit.
Oh man, that sucks.
Sorry
to see
about
my
all the
sunny
swear
sides.
words, but I'm pissed.
Yeah, I got you. I think it's fine every once in a while. You know, when you want to truly express anger and upset, you know, occasional cuss word is more than, you know. Plus, you're a Marine, so you almost get a free pass on that, right?
I was about to point out that I was a Marine whose mama was a biker and I grew up in the hood. So
I know you're a Marine. You get a free
if I
pass.
don't swear, I'm angry.
Yeah, exactly.
If I'm not swearing, I'm really angry.
Yep. A happy New Year's Eve.
Ow.
My sunny side up. Good to see you. One of our new friends. Always see you in Aries World, A Surfer, a lot of other folks, live chat. So good to see here as well. But yeah, for now, we're finally able to start the. How you doing tonight, Jay? You got any good cookies? Anything good to eat?
No.
Is that why you're so upset and grumpy?
Yeah, probably.
I'm
trying to quit smoking nicotine.
I got you. It's. I mean,
so I opened up a pack at noon my time. I have 4 cigarettes left, and it's 10 o'clock today.
The hardest thing I would say, well, obviously you see me hitting the vape every once in a while, but at least I quit regular cigarettes. It always works differently for everybody, but I will say, once I did not have access to cigarettes around me, and I got through the first few days, and it gets a lot easier after those, 3 or 4 days. I'm not smoking a cigarette, so. That's all I have to say, man.
The only way to do that is put me in prison, and my ass is too pretty to go to prison.
Don't be, once you're out, don't be tempted to go and buy more and say, I'm just gonna have one and then put the pack away, because that never works. And I've done it all. I've gone from cigarettes. I went from cigarettes to hand rolling my own cigarettes. And then I started dipping for a few years. And then now I just do the vape now. And you can tone down the nicotine even on that. So I know what the addiction's like, man. It's brutal.
That's funny. I kind of did that backwards. I went from dip to cigarettes to hand rolled. And them hand rolls is about what killed me.
Yeah. You know what? I mean, I smoked for 25 years and quit. Hardest thing. Yeah, it's I still have not.
Oh, I thought you were saying you smoked for 25 years. I'm like, how old are you?
No, I did.
27.
Oh, I'm 40 now, right? And say if I'm in a social situation, I might have a cigarette with my friend, or if I'm drinking, I might go through an entire pack a night, but I don't bring them home with me.
Oh my God.
I don't have them. How the hell I won't go outside to have a cigarette.
How the hell do I get hammered tomorrow night with only 3 cigarettes left in my name?
Well, cigarettes is hard. I smoked. Let's see how long. First cigarette was probably when I was about 15 or 16, all the way until I would say last year or so. I was still smoking regular cigarettes. So, yeah, 20. That's almost 20 years. It's not easy. And I feel like I tried to quit many times in there, at one point, where I felt like, oh, yeah, I quit. Sure enough, what you do is you pick up another pack, and one pack leads to the next pack. and the next thing you know, you're back to pretty much your
Well,
old habit. It's the hardest part. So once you
I
stop,
was
never go back is the
Yeah.
key.
I was doing good. I hadn't had a cigarette for about a day and a half, and I tell my best friend in the whole wide world, "Hey, Kev, I need a cigarette. Let me have." He says, "Sure, Jay." Hands me a cigarette. Shows up at my door in an hour and a half, like 2 packs, and I'm like, "You're an asshole."
Hi, YouTube.
Yeah.
Hi, Dad.
Good to see you,
Yeah.
Robert Springs. Happy New Year's Eve.
I mean,
Good to see you, Robert. Sorry, Jay. Go ahead.
Hey, yeah, what?
You're talking about
You're
how
fine.
your friend brought
No,
you some cigarettes.
I'm Vogs.
oh my god, I wanted to
like
kill him. I
I'm
wanted to kill
Vogs,
him.
and I like cookies more than Jay does.
No, you don't. I don't.
I feel like
have
people know who you are by
today to
now,
fuck
Will.
with this angry Marine.
Oh my God, Kirby Joseph got another interception. Dude, my Lions defense is clutch today.
Yeah, way to rub it in right
Whoa,
there.
whoa, whoa,
Oh well.
Whoa! Did he just say my Lions?
I have them on
Was
fantasy.
some sort of
Jay.
bandwagon?
Jay,
hop?
I
I
have
know.
them in
What
fantasy.
about your Panthers, man? I question your fan loyalties at times.
You
Will.
should.
Yeah.
Sensei, I'm sorry I'm beating you. I'm sorry. By a lot.
No, you're not. No, you're not. If you're truly sorry, you wouldn't say. You're just rubbing it
You're
in
not
now,
wrong.
dude.
Yeah, man. As long as you're not steroiding on him, man, fine.
Yeah, look at these muscles, Jay.
You're making his lineup.
I did not.
Oh, that's cute. You just start working out yesterday. Them things.
Fucking
You might want to
hell.
like make them pink and fuzzy.
Fuck.
I saw the whole body picture, Will. You definitely skipping leg day is all I got to say.
I am. I am.
I'm just kidding.
Definitely am, man.
Happy New Year, everyone.
Yeah, like, I skip
2025
work
right around
every
the corner.
damn day.
Oh yeah. I don't do
So,
leg day,
know
arm
if you
day.
guys saw the cool news, but tomorrow my sister's boyfriend, because her boyfriend, my sister's boyfriend's dad, has a hookup somehow. I forget. We're gonna be able to see because Minnesota Gophers have a bowl game in Charlotte. We're going to see the Gophers practice, and that's my
Okay.
dad's
Sounds
favorite
like a-
college football. That's my dad's favorite college football team of all because my dad's from Minnesota. Even better news: yesterday, my sister got proposed to by her boyfriend.
Oh, that's cool. Good for her. Awesome. That's awesome. I know you mentioned that
my
might have been
dad-
happening. Go ahead.
Hmm.
Oh, what were you saying,
My
Jay?
dad grew up in Minnesota. My dad grew up in Minnesota, and let me tell you what, he had this little boy scared to death of them damn Gophers because they ate children.
No, it didn't. That's such a lie, but whatever.
Hey, this little boy was scared to death of the Minnesota Gophers.
I've heard of
do
gopher
nothing
holes
about
where you step in the
football at
gopher
time.
hole.
Nope. These Gophers were big and they ate little children.
Is that when you put
That's
water
what my dad
in them
told me.
at night? Is that what it was? Or those are
I-
those gremlins, right?
I-
So
Yep.
I don't know. I wasn't gonna risk it. I was scared to death of them.
well, they have those giant teeth, right? Is that, or am I thinking of beavers? I always get my
They
They
hands-
Beavers.
ate little kids. They ate little kids.
Excuse me.
That's all I knew. My dad told me little kids, so they ate little kids.
I'm gonna
Each little
believe
boy's
you.
supposed to
I'm gonna
believe-
believe you here, Jay.
Are you really,
when I was
though?
a kid, I was scared of the Nutcracker. That was the thing that always scared me.
That
was the
thing is
giant
creepy. That thing
freaking
is
Nutcracker.
Well,
Creepy. Dude,
yeah.
it is creepy.
Dude, that thing has a mouth that opens that big.
Yeah, and it's got
They're
those
terrible.
that evil grin, and I don't know, man. I couldn't deal
And
with
then
the
they have a
Nutcracker as
whole
a kid.
play about it. Like, what the fuck?
Hey, for sure, man.
So what are we ripping tonight, or are you
Never
just
seen the
sorting?
play.
No rips
I'm
tonight.
cultured.
I don't know. Well, what you bring to rip
You already
tonight is
ripped.
the question, man.
A piece of paper. No, okay, I have nothing.
No, we're just chilling out tonight. I've got a lot of cards to sort out. Is the main thing. I can sit here and sort everything I've got. We could have a stream until 2026, and I wouldn't be done sorting all my cards. So
Right.
I figured I'd start a little bit,
Yeah,
and just chit chat and hang out with anything that you guys have wanted to talk about or
I have a
mention.
question for you, actually, Aaron. I know it's
Sure.
hard to think right now. What are your top 3 cards you want to get? It doesn't have to be a specific card. It could be like, oh, this guy's auto or this guy's blah, 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 rookie card. What are your top 5 collecting goals of 2025?
What happened to 3? Because now you went from 3 to 5 in a matter of 10
Okay,
seconds.
fine. 3. Give me 3.
Yeah.
Give me your
three.
top 10.
I
want your
that
top
too.
25.
You know what my collecting goals is? I'll tell you my comic.
Give me
real quick.
Give me your top 10, top 3 collectibles.
So for there's.
It's funny
3...
how you asked me the question and then it all of a sudden went to here's my top 10 real quick.
I'll go after you.
I'm just kidding. I want to hear your top 10, Will. I want to hear your top 25 collecting goals for 2025 because you know what? It is 2025. So it's gonna be either your top 20 or your top 25 or your top 2025. We could be here all night. Good to see you, Christina. Happy New Year's, Christina. Happy New Year's Eve, Christina.
Yes. So one of mine is to get a Batman key in a comic. It doesn't have to be a high grade. It can be a mid grade or a low grade. I want to get a Deadpool slab, which is same. Doesn't have to be a major key or a minor. It could be a minor key.
And what about the lock itself? Like a minor lock or a large lock, like a Batman lock?
Yeah,
a Deadpool lock.
Yeah, basically. And then the last one is
it's gotta be a bat lock.
My other one is actually not comic. Actually, I can't do that. I'll do my honorable mention. That's not comic collecting really. Number 3 would probably have to get like a non superhero graded slab. Just to say I have this really, really cool old book. And then my other goal that's not comic related is, I know it's not the end goal, but I would love to reach 1,000 subs by the end of 2025.
All right, let's go. You still got 16 more, Will.
BJ Thompson's real
16,
life
that's
son,
how you do it.
Hopefully, please, Dad, adopt me now. I'm begging. I am begging. I am begging you, please. That's
not a list. That's not a list of
really
16 items that you want.
You really want to come here and get adopted.
Yes.
Son, you need
You
to
heard
go
it
see
here,
a doctor
folks.
first.
Okay, what are your 3 collecting goals, Aaron?
Well, I've already mentioned the 3 cards I would want most for my collection. So if you're paying attention at any point, in the last year or so, Will, you would already. No, I'm just playing with you.
I'm half awake all the time.
I'm playing with you. I'm just kidding. But for folks, it's always good to have collecting goals, even if they are attainable or unobtainable. It's always good to dream. So the 3 cards on my list are always the Michael Jordan 1986 Fleer rookie card. Just as a big basketball fan growing up, that's got to be the biggest card pretty much for any basketball collector.
Mm-hmm.
Although, you know what? It's not a card that you have to have, since I know that is a several $1,000 card in decent condition. So probably not one I will attain. The second would be the 33 Lou Gehrig Gaudy. Obviously, another unobtainian card that has a very high monetary value. So you may probably never ever see that card. But it's good to have dreams, right? You dream big, and maybe someday you'll hit that dream. And obviously, is the number one card on my list. The one that I feel might be the most attainable is the 1888 Allen and Ginter flags of all nations, Hawaii. So we'll see if I ever am able to attain that
I thought
card.
you just got one.
No, not yet.
He didn't get that one. No, believe it or not, I got my coin guy working on that because he's got a bunch of postcards and crap. So he's looking for that backup cards.
What?
But nothing sports related, unless it's on a stamp.
Oh, okay. And there's other collecting goals. It doesn't necessarily need to be that high. I'm always looking to add to some of my other personal PCs. Obviously there's some other players. I picked up this really nice JaVale McGee rookie autograph for just a couple dollars off of eBay recently. Yes, so sir. This is a card that I guess I've kind of wanted for a long time, had my eye on, but didn't spend more than
GOAT, man.
a few dollars on this one here. So your collecting goals don't have to be necessarily valuable cards, is what I would have to say. They can be cards that have sentimental value. I'm looking not for flags of the world. I'm looking for the state card of Hawaii from the new Allen and Ginter. So I'll probably try to pick that one up as well. That might only be a couple dollars for that card.
Yep.
I would just say, cards that I would say draw your interest, that you see either on the internet or that you've read about, or perhaps you've seen on somebody else's channel. Those can often be very attainable collecting goals, in my opinion, that you may be able to reach for small amounts of money. So yeah, thanks for dropping all of our links, Christina. Pepsi check. I do not have a regular Pepsi. I only have a Diet Pepsi tonight. So this is the fake version.
I have to get up and go get one.
Get another one.
Yes,
I got a couple more of these. I see you switched over to 20-ounce bottles because these are the cheapest way to drink Pepsi. Is that what it is?
No, man. 24 ounces right now, $3.99 pack.
Oh wow! Dang, that's a good price.
No cookies, Christina. I am very
the 24-ounce bottles.
Upset right now over that.
Don't blame me. I did nothing.
Yeah, that's how I'm doing either Pepsi or Diet Pepsi, because they're like,
Don't blame me, Jay. I did nothing.
3 6-packs for $15 at my local supermarket, which is a good deal. They'll sell you one for $5.
I'm gonna refill. I'll be right back.
All right, sounds good. All these links, thank you, Christina, for dropping them in the chat. All good friends of the channel. Will, as always, trying to get his sub count to 1K. And then Jay Thompson, the Squirrel Whisperer. You just you don't have to be all coy about it.
I can't remember. I have to look. Let me look. 906. Okay.
Cookie check. I don't have any cookies.
I don't either, man.
Jay's got the cookies. I had Popeyes. I had chicken for lunch, so I had a little bit of a food coma earlier.
Nice.
Put me to sleep.
Food comas are the best.
We almost didn't have a Aloha Friday, or we didn't almost have a Monday Madness live stream for.
I know, right?
A little bit, because when you could hear your heartbeat in your head, and that sugar rush. Oh man, that's when you're like ready to pass out. So that almost happened to me.
Dude, I bet you Frank's gonna be at work and be like, "What the hell?"
Well, I know Troy was asking about a live stream, so I figured I'd pop in. Maybe there might be some other folks that want to hop in at some point. So we'll see. Love the fries. You know what? I do like their fries. They do have good fries.
I've not been there, but do they have a good sauce, like their own sauce? Popeye sauce or something?
They don't have their own Popeye sauce, but if I were to get the tenders, I do like their black and ranch sauce. I think that one's pretty good.
Is that spicy?
Well, yeah. Well, yes. No. No. It's not spicy.
You know what's really good? Do you guys have it in Hawaii? Aaron is what is it called? Shoot, Zaxby's. I love Zaxby's.
I think Zaxby's more of a southern thing, so we do not have a Zaxby's here.
I enjoy.
They had a Church's chicken here for a while, but that shut down.
Mm.
We've been trying to get a Chick-fil-A for years, so
Dude, Chick-fil-A.
no luck on Chick-fil-A.
So good.
No luck on Sonic. They've been trying to get a Sonic, but I'm like, where are you going to build a parking lot for that in Hawaii?
Yeah, for real.
So,
you're not wrong.
I doubt Sonic. Now I want Popeyes. Thanks a lot. Oh, you know what I wanted to do? I wanted to do a fast food tier list. Okay,
I'm down.
Maybe we can do that tonight. I'm gonna do my fast food tier list. All right,
I'll do one after you for sure.
No, I'm doing my fast food tier list.
Bye, Jake.
All right, Jay. Thanks for popping on, man.
Did he go to bed? What did he
No,
say?
I just think his internet pot flaked out. But if you get it to work again, you're more than welcome to hop back in anytime, Jay. But if not, Happy New Year's. Good to see you. Good to see you on for a bit. Yeah, maybe we'll do the fast food tier list another night. That might take a little while. I just wanted to sit here and sort cards and stuff. But I'm trying to think some of the other best fast food. I think Popeyes is the best fast food chicken. No, I take that back. You know what? Have you ever had Jollibee before?
No, and you keep talking about it, and it sounds amazing.
Jollibee is amazing. It truly is.
I wonder what other states have a Jollibee.
I know California has a Jollibee. I know it's gotten to the East Coast. Like I know there's one in Philadelphia, New York City. There might be one in Chicago at this point, but man, Jollibee is
their logo a red thing with a hat, a chef's hat?
It's a giant bee with a hat. Yes, I think that's what it is.
Yeah, we don't have any in Charlotte.
Yo, what's up, Chance? What's good?
What's going on?
Oh, it's Big Wang Leaf. What up?
Just hanging out.
Is Will still there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just.
You know what? Okay, let me tell you what Will did tonight. All right, so
my goodness.
He asked me to drop the link, so I do that. Mm-hmm. And then as soon as he joins, I say hi, Will, and then he goes AFK for like 5 minutes.
That sounds about right. Why are you surprised about that?
Chance or Aaron, I just looked up which state has the most Jollibees. California has 32 Jollibees.
Jollibees was really good. The first time I had Jollibees was actually over in Tokyo, in Japan. Because they have a Jollibees over there, and I'm like, what is this, And it's like a mixture of like a bunch of other things mixed with it. I had like spaghetti with like hot dogs and other. It was like a weird contraption, but if you're hungry and you want something kind of savory, Jollibees is really good.
Chance, I was telling Aaron last week, my mom makes her homemade like chicken nuggets, fingers or whatever. Dude, I normally have like Chick-fil-A sauce with it because it's really good. So we had some leftover one day and we didn't have Chick-fil-A sauce. And like nights before we had duck with hoisin sauce. I put hoisin sauce on the chicken nuggets, dude. It was amazing.
Duck is good.
Are you a hoisin sauce guy, Chance?
Me? Oh yeah, man. That's what I'm technically eating right now. I'm going broke right here. So
what are you eating? Let me see.
Nothing. Well, there was nothing inside the refrigerator, so I just made fried eggs on rice and sriracha and soy sauce and seaweed.
So good.
Just on top of it.
Sounds good.
Hell yeah, dude.
Same time, it sounds like the struggle meal, but it's a good one, that's for sure.
when you come home and you just don't want to like go shopping, you're like, I'm too tired, man. I'm gonna just make something.
Yep. I would have thrown a can of Vienna sausage on that or something. That would have been. Yep.
Dude, this Lions.
I was about to put spam.
Lions Niners game is good.
What was that? I'm sorry, Will.
Dude, I think the Niners need to cut their kicker. He's missed 2 field goals and maybe 1 or 2 extra points. Dude, the Lions Vikings game will come down to who's the number 1 seed next week on Sunday Night Football. The loser goes to the number 5 seed.
Hmm.
But dude, your Commanders, I told people last night, I said, dude, sure they're playing iffy in the first half. Watch Daniels take over in the second half. He completely did.
Your team had one job, and that was to beat the Buccaneers. So you guys couldn't even do that.
Nope.
That's frustrating.
Because we sucked. Dude,
Aaron,
I tell you
come
what
on.
though, dude, I think the Commanders are going to be one of the sneakiest teams in the playoffs.
I was wrong. You already know, Aaron, when I was talking about before, I wanted Drake Mays just because he's the conventional big guy in the pocket type stuff. But I was worried about Jane Daniels because of his, I had RG3 for that 1 year, and it's like PTSD watching him play. You know what I mean? Like,
I think so.
I
Hold
I
on.
was worried. I was worried
Hold
about
on.
that, just getting hurt and stuff like that. But he has been phenomenal, and I honestly believe this is going to translate next year. Like this, you could kind of tell it's not like your fluke with what you call it? Who the guy in Patriots? Mac Jones. Like you kind of see Mac Jones. You kind of like you're kind of iffy still, right? He had a good year, but you weren't sure. CJ Stroud. A lot of people are saying he's it's a sophomore slump. I think he's going to bounce back. I saw a lot of good tendencies with him.
They're such an inconsistent team. Though.
Yeah.
I don't understand the Texans. I watched a good amount of Texans.
Yeah.
They're just inconsistent.
I think it's a lot of stuff. It's not just CJ Stroud. I think the game plan has been really flat too. If your offensive line is struggling, make quicker throws, right? Like there's a lot more to it than CJ Stroud, I feel like.
Their O-line has just they're hurt all the time. They had a lot of injuries on that O-line.
Yeah.
Obviously they had a good running game for a few weeks in the season. Sure. And that running game, you really need that running game so you can set up, their play action for the big pass.
Absolutely. It sets everything up so that it doesn't need to be CJ Stroud like 3-13 or something crazy, right?
Yeah.
But you could see what Jaden Daniels is going to translate because he could do everything basically. He could beat you in the legs and the pocket. He's an amazing pocket passer. You want him just to beat you in the pocket, he's going to do it. And he does it efficiently, progressing the reads.
I like CJ Stroud's approach. It seems like he wants to win. That's all that matters. That's what I like about him.
He 100% is going to bounce back. I'm not counting him out at all. Like
I don't either.
This year, and even with this year, him struggling, he's still winning his division. And I think, you look at his stats, he's still doing great. It's just not how it was last year, right? Of course, last year he had weaker competition too, so you got to put that into consideration as well. But yeah.
Well, a lot of it is he's had good receivers too. He has everything he needs on that team.
Yeah,
that may have like inflated him a little bit. Now he's got to figure out how to win. With an average team.
What do you think? What do you think it is, though? Honestly, though, Aaron, what's your opinion on it? On his opinion.
on what the
on CJ Stroud, his struggles, I guess.
I think Sensei had a good take where a lot of it is, the quarterback has a lot to do with it, but not necessarily. I think we all look at it like, if the quarterback succeeds, but it's like you gotta have both. You gotta have a good team, and then you have to have a good quarterback, and that's what turns into winning football. And I think CJ Stroud that team's had a lot of injuries at the receiving end and on the offensive line.
Yeah.
So, they could certainly be 2 or 3 games better, which would give them 11, 12 wins on the year. But at least, they're in a favorable position. They could have obviously have had a better season. Yeah. CJ Stroud has thrown a lot of picks this year. I don't think his decision making is quite there yet, but he's going to learn from that this year, I think. So going forward, I think season 3 and season 4 is going to be better, but it's kind of a missed opportunity for them this year because they did have a good team.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to ask your, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead, Will.
So I want to ask your opinion. This is my top 4, and I want to hear who you have So everyone's talking about the MVP race. My top 4 personally goes Josh Allen, Lamar. They're all quarterbacks, obviously. Jared Goff, then Joe Burrow. Who do you guys have as MVP? I got Josh Allen.
Why does it have to be a quarterback? Is the question?
I'm not saying it has to be, but it's predominantly a quarterback award. Where the
to me,
Offensive Player
it
of the
doesn't
Year
matter
was-
who's the MVP.
Yeah.
Who's the best non-football player who makes the most impact might be another question.
If it was me,
Because between the 4 of them, you could make an argument for all 4 of them to be MVP. I could make one easily for any of those 4 to be
For
honest.
me-
Saquon's also having a hell of a year.
for me, I can't really. It's kind of hard for me to put. I want to put Joe Burrow, but they're not winning, right? And I do put that in some concern. It's a team sport. 100% is a team sport. But if you have to look based on wins compared to the other MVPs, you have to put that into consideration a bit too. Even though
MVPs typically come from
unfair.
winning teams
yeah,
in all
which is kind of
sports.
unfair, but it's true, right? In some way, a little bit. So I would technically really do have Josh Allen, in my opinion, and on
same.
number 1. And this is the only reason why is because he's doing more with less. I feel like with guys I don't know too much about, as far as like his wide receivers, he lost to Stephon Diggs, he lost to Gabe Davis as well, right? The running game is okay, but it's not great, right?
Yep.
Defense is kind of in the same situation. I don't think they have the greatest defense, but it's not terrible either. Lamar's having a phenomenal year, but let's be honest, Derrick Henry. having Derrick Henry on your team, I'm sorry, it puts a lot of pressure away from you. And it's not Lamar Jackson's fault, but having him really does impact that team a lot, right? For them to win. Like they technically should be able to beat the Chiefs. I know they lost in the beginning of the year, but I feel like they were trying to figure things out. They're going to be a tough team to beat. But
The
if it was
is a stud this year too.
Yeah.
If
And
Goff was
the third
Go.
person would so to me it would actually be Josh Allen, Saquon Barkley, honestly, second for me. If I guess this is a regular season award, it would be Saquon Barkley because I think he's the heart of that team for the Eagles. Like everything goes through him. If he's not going, man, it's he's about to break the record, all that stuff. So I would have him in second. Then I would have Lamar, and then everyone else.
I think who's having a hell of a year. Like I said, I think Jared Goff's having a hell of a year too.
He
he had that game with 5 interceptions or something like that. So
that was the only bad game.
Look, he is, and I could be wrong on this. It's just my take on it. He reminds me, and you still have to be a good quarterback. I don't think he's elite. I don't. I think
I don't think he's
a good game manager with great decision-making skills. I think he has, that's what he has, right? And you could win a Super Bowl with someone like that. But I don't think they just have an overall great team. You know what I mean? So if that's the case, I can't give him the MVP. Same thing with Sam Darnold. I just can't give it because they're winning because of the wide receivers are amazing.
I don't know, man. I think maybe Sam Darnold honestly should get a lot more credit if you're thinking about individual performances, right? Because quarterbacks like Lamar Jackson, they have a good running game to run the everything else, and Lamar Jackson does it with his legs too. So he might not need Saquon. I think is a good argument because he really is the heart of that team. If they don't have Saquon Barkley, then they're just average.
It's totally different. You would have to ask. You would have to ask Jalen Hurts to throw the ball 30 times, and you know what's going to happen. Let's be honest with ourselves.
Yeah,
we know, and I hate it because Eagle fans get so upset when I say that, but it's the truth. Let Jalen Hurts try to throw the ball and beat you by throwing the ball. He wouldn't be able to do it.
Well, argument I would say is, you see Jalen Hurts get hurt, and then Saquon Barkley takes over the game the last 2 weeks. They can win without Jalen Hurts, in my opinion. Can't win without Saquon Barkley.
It was funny too because
what's up, Brian Budget Rips?
Hey, Budgets. I was I was watching this YouTube and he was saying he was actually saying that. I think it was a Philly YouTuber, and he was like, technically, the offense actually runs more of what Pickett runs, right? Because it is more of a you have great wide receivers. You need a guy who just needs to hand out the ball and game manage, right? And that's what Pickett is. So technically, a lot of the offense and a lot of the guys are scheming towards the strength of Jalen Hurts versus vice versa. That's what he said, at least. And
Jalen Hurts has, he's dual threat. He does have his own challenges to scheme around him. So he certainly pulled his own weight in the offense in my mind. But he's obviously not that. You don't have to have Jalen Hurts to make that team work in my mind.
To make the offense run, right? Like yes. It's good with the tush push. Like that's
it's even better. He makes that team even better in my mind. But he's not the guy he's not the key piece. It's Saquon Barkley for sure.
Yeah. I always look at it this way. If you were to, like, people say, which quarterback's better on one team, what team, right? You comparing two quarterbacks, right? If you were to supposedly switch the roles, how would that look? You know what I mean? If you had one person over there, let's say Dak Prescott was over at, Philadelphia versus Jalen Hurts is over at the.
It depends. I don't know if that's a fair comparison because these teams certainly try to build around the strengths and weaknesses of their quarterback, right? So you can't just swap them from team to team, but it's pretty interesting to say maybe you could have a quarterback there from another team that might fit it even better. I think Jalen Hurts, he's kind of the right quarterback for that system.
Like if you're saying like that, how would it look if you had Jalen Hurts over at Baltimore? Because Lamar is more, he's kind of considered throw threat, right? And you had Lamar over at the Eagles.
I watched Lamar Jackson throughout his entire career, even when he was playing for Louisville. I was like, okay, this guy. If you ever saw his, hold on.
Sorry.
If you ever seen Lamar Jackson's stats in college for his last season at Louisville, he doesn't throw a lot of picks. For the most part, he takes care of the ball. I feel like if you had Lamar Jackson there in Baltimore, a team that would have a lot more interceptions. I think Lamar makes a lot of plays work. It would be actually, having Lamar Jackson on the Eagles would make them even better in my mind. I feel Lamar Jackson's obviously a better quarterback. Sorry, Will, go ahead. What were you going to say, Will? Just wanted to finish my thought before you said something.
I actually saw Lamar play in college for Louisville. Kid's a freak.
Oh yeah, absolutely. He had something like I think it was something like 35 touchdowns to 4 interceptions on that last season. Hold on.
Against Clemson. Sorry, Clemson.
Let me finish. I'm trying to.
I never know, Will, if you have like a delay on your thing or it's just.
No, I'm just.
Go ahead, Eric.
Oh no, I'll just say I know that is that one season. It was it almost like even RG3 with the year he came out as well. He had a very good year. His last season at Baylor was similar to Lamar Jackson in my mind.
He did.
So kind of similar quarterbacks. Except we know one got hurt and never was the same quarterback after.
Yeah, it's kind of sad. Oh, what could have been?
Josh Allen is an almost. I don't know. I haven't watched enough of Josh Allen. I probably should have by now, but honestly, I don't watch him enough to know. Besides like the statistical analysis, I just don't watch enough Bills games.
Yeah. Since the stats are great, right? But for me, MVP is like, man, like if you have to really carry that team with less, and I feel like Josh Allen has less realistically. Like wide receivers too. Like just think about wide receiver. Well, tight ends he might have them beat. His tight end is pretty good too.
Well, when I watch the Bills, though, their offense looks pretty unstoppable from time to time. That's what I see when I do watch them.
Yeah, and I feel like he makes everybody better because of it, But yeah, that's the only reason why. But I mean, it's really so close that it doesn't. If you want Lamar, I really couldn't complain about it, honestly.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, Barry? Good to see you. Happy holidays, happy New Year's Eve. So
happy birthday,
spelled backwards is Eve.
Yes.
I got one. I'm on the board.
Genius.
For sure.
Oh man. So have you found any cool products lately to rip, Chance?
Not this year. I'm waiting for Prism. You guys right now.
Yeah, let's go. That's what I'm talking about.
No,
Yeah.
it's just to get on that topic. Thank you for bringing it up. I was here this morning. I went to one of the Targets. It was being stocked. Found some stuff. Found some 151 stuff, and I was talking to this older gentleman. Like, this guy's got money, right? Like, his time now is just ripping it out. He's like, yeah, man. My wife, she bought me 3 hobby boxes, and I'll tell you, I got completely skunked, right? Like, he was telling me how bad it was. I'm like,
what product?
Prism Hobby football. Prism
Must
Hobby
be
football.
nice to have just $3,000 to just let.
Oh, yeah, well, this guy's
I know,
right?
right?
This guy's just retirement
can
money.
You tell your
He's
wife I want some.
Yeah. He got his wife bought for him, and I was talking to my friend, who is a distributor, and we were just mentioning and talking about that. I'm like, these retail products are gonna disappear off the shelf because the hobby is so terrible, and I've seen it too. You could barely pull like a base Jaden Daniel, like a good quarterback of anything that's in base, right? For $1,000.
Well, you're not looking for base cards in Prism Hobby. You're looking for. You're literally buying $1,000 box to get your
pull
7 or 8 numbered prisms right in the box. Because like a $1,000 hobby box of Prism has like 2 blasters worth of base cards in it, right?
Yeah.
So you're not buying it for the base.
I mean, that's what I'm trying to say, though, because you would expect even a base, like a hobby box, to at least have some good base cards, right? Like you're hoping at least get something, right?
Nothing. You would hope so, but Prism, the problem with Prism is it's such a huge
big
set. Is you're talking, it's like a 400 card set, and then the rookies are short printed, and a hobby box of Prism only has 144 cards.
Yeah,
you only have like a 30% chance of pulling a base rookie of whatever you want.
That gets to my point, right? Because I was talking about my friend Steve. I'm like, you know what, Steve? I'd be happy with a base, honestly. I would. And as long as I pull the rookie I want, and it's in good shape. It's not like a big print line or something, right?
Yeah, the dream for the retail collector of Prism is to pull the silver Prism. That's all that matters.
For me, I know to kind of simmer down my expectations, right, when it comes to product. So I'm like, I'll be happy with a few base Jane Daniels card, right? So I was telling him, like, if that's the case, like most people are almost very similar like me. A lot of these retail stuff is going to be gone because if you rip a certain amount, at least I'm going to rip out $700 worth. I'm hoping to be able to pull at least some bases. You know what I mean? So it's going to be very tough out there for sure. You can still order it. Rookies. Yeah, you can still order it, but. Yeah,
I definitely crossed football off the list this year. So only doing a small amount. I did one Donruss blaster. I'll buy a product here or there. If I see Prism on the shelves, I'll probably buy it, but I'm not going out of my way to pay secondary market prices on blasters or mega boxes.
And you shouldn't. If you're paying secondary, don't do it. It's not worth it for the product. Buy the singles at that point. You know what I mean?
The rookie class looks decent. I mean, there's 4 quarterbacks to chase in there. I think 2 of them might be decent.
McCarthy. I think he might, if he comes back, he might be able to do something.
I like personally. I think it's Bo Nix and Jaden Daniels are the 2 chase quarterbacks in my mind.
Oh yeah.
JJ McCarthy is a nice little hold. Very similar to Jordan Love, to be honest. Very similar scenario. So, you see Jordan Love market is pretty irrational though right now. So yeah, it's possible JJ McCarthy is already overpriced as it is, right? Folks are already looking at that like, oh, this is a guy I need to this is a speculator. You spec on his cards, but that's going to shoot his stuff way too high. It's not worth it. So if I were to pull a few JJ McCarthys, it'll be nice to hold on to, but if you're looking to spec on a quarterback, I mean, who knows if he's going to play. Michael Penix Jr. looks pretty decent as well. So we'll see. I think that this quarterback class has a potential to be pretty good to me in my mind.
How about Caleb Williams?
Dude, he could be good, but obviously this game's not translating to the pro level. If that's the way I see it right now.
I'm
right?
worried about it. I am worried about it because I actually do, as a collector, I do want him to do well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's hard to teach to create a system where it's out of structure because he plays that hero ball out of structure a lot, and it's hard to build something around something like that. I feel like, and he was more. I think he was considered more of the pocket passer, right? Coming out.
Supposedly he has all the tools, right, to be a good quarterback. The only one who plays hero ball and gets away with it in the NFL to me is
Kyler Murray, maybe.
No, it's Patrick Mahomes, man. That guy's an escape artist, man.
No, but he plays in the pocket. He only escapes when he really needs to, though. I feel like
exactly.
But
He's gonna kill you. He's gonna kill you as a conventional quarterback.
Yeah.
Then when you think you're about to tackle him and make that big sack, that he's gonna run for like 25 yards. It happens all the freaking time.
It happens all the time. I feel like that's more like Kyler Murray that plays out of structure.
Oh, but Patrick Mahomes wins and is able to play like that. Like, to me, Patrick Mahomes is the only guy who plays hero ball properly in the NFL. Like, just when you think you got him, that's when you don't. It's crazy. I don't understand it. We'll have to see if Josh Allen or Kyler Murray can turn that into the same Super Bowl success as Patrick Mahomes. But like, Patrick Mahomes is like Big Ben with mobility. You know, it's crazy. Oh, Dak's overpaid.
I'm kidding.
Dak and his teammates are overpaid.
Yes.
Josh Allen does play some team hero ball, but as I mentioned, I have not watched enough Buffalo Bills.
Josh does it well too, though. Josh does it well too. He does it differently, but he does do it well. I mean, he's a big dude. Like, it's hard to take that guy down.
Yeah, that's true. The interesting part is, you know, the longevity of dual threat quarterbacks tends to you have to evolve to become something else once your athleticism goes, right?
Oh,
so
absolutely.
Once you hit that, like for running backs, 30 is the age. I don't know what it is for dual threat, just because I don't know if there's enough of a track record, right?
Yeah.
But even someone like the prototype Michael Vick, if you look at him, he had to evolve his game as he progressed as a quarterback as well.
I think Lamar's doing a good job though right now. He hasn't really been majorly injured or anything like that. So I mean, he's been very good with his pocket presence and stuff. It's very impressed me this year, honestly. Yeah, that's impressive. Some of these throws and stuff.
I think so too. I think he'll have to evolve into even more of a pocket passer over the
it's got to be more like, honestly, like, I hate to say it, like Jane Dance was more your conventional. He runs when he needs to, but he doesn't take those major like hits like you saw with like that happened with Hurts, trying to nose a few more inches and stuff like that. He slides, which is great. He knows how to slide. He didn't do that much yesterday though. I was cringing a lot yesterday. I'm like, man, what the heck? Like, protect yourself. That's not the way.
It almost looks like the quarterbacks don't wear any kind of protection, compared to how much pads and stuff that they had before.
Yeah.
It's almost like you're not allowed to hit the quarterback, and the quarterbacks take advantage of that fact that you're not. But you know what? When they do get hit, like, they're going to eat it real bad.
Oh, yeah. They've got to learn, they've got to learn. And it's tough. Like, you're playing defense. It's tough to really know what to do, in that instant, and sometimes
in that split second, right?
Yeah, and you end up hurting them, but it might be not something you really wanted to do, but you did just to, protect yourself when you're hitting them, right?
Yeah,
and it gets a little dicey because of that, but yeah.
I mean, that's probably why quarterbacks didn't run as much in the old era,
Yeah.
Someone like Steve Young,
they'll get lit up, man. Oh my goodness, that would be terrible.
Steve Young was probably the prototype he's not a dual threat quarterback, but Steve Young was that guy who could make plays happen with his legs. At least from the old days. He had to retire because he got hit too many times, you know what I mean? So he had to retire because of concussions. Eventually, I think, these running quarterbacks, they're going to get a little too greedy with their plays, and there's always going to be that risk that they're just going to take a big one that's going to knock them out of the game, or for longer than that. So, like Tua needs to learn how to slide, man.
He's not even running. He's not even a running clock. He's not even. Good gracious.
I think I saw Derek Carr try to scramble once, and he like broke his ankle or something, or like broke his forearm or something a few years ago. So man, it's like, it's almost like you have to have that, but I almost feel it's kind of partly due to the rule changes in the NFL as well. Right? Where you have scrambling quarterbacks taking advantage. Oh yeah, Randall Cunningham. Yeah, it's another good example. Those guys would always make plays happen. Him and Steve Young. Yeah, for sure. Randall Cunningham. Yeah, that's another great quarterback.
Big Wang Lee, dude, was
Plays
always
baseball.
fun.
He doesn't play that sport, man.
That's
What
wrong sport.
was his I forgot, man. 100 home runs, 100 stolen bases.
Sounds reasonable.
Did you guys hear the baseball news that Shohei and his wife are expecting their first kid this coming year?
Good for them.
Yeah. I'm happy for them. But like, I'll be honest, I'm more worried about my life right now than
I know.
than a celebrity life, right? Or like
that's about okay. Yeah, I was like, okay, yeah, good for him.
Happy for him.
Good. It's healthy. It's healthy for them to have.
Emotional damage.
For you, maybe.
I don't have time to be looking at celebrity type stuff there.
Chance is on the grind. He's got to hustle, man.
Yeah, man. I'm trying to rep these cards.
Gotta
find stuff out there.
find the Hot Wheels, the super treasure hunt.
It's terrible. Oh my gosh, the Hot Wheels in this community. Oh my gosh.
I found this one diecast channel. He kind of makes a, like the running commentary that pokes fun at the scalping or the I guess what you say that that community and stuff is freaking hilarious. I forgot what it was called.
Oh, it's bad. It's bad.
Oh man, what was that channel called?
Don't diecast? I don't know.
Oh, I'll find it. It's funny though. I mean, I've been enjoying his videos.
It's terrible, but the same person. It's funny though. Like, and it's true. You was that thing? You live to be the bad person. And
oh yeah, you live just long enough to become the villain.
technically, I got to that point, but I don't really search anymore. Like hardcore. Like for me, it's the difference between me and like someone who's actually doing it straight for money, like profit completely, right? Like you can always tell. Like if you try to talk to them, the individual would not want to talk at all. Like they're not nice at all. Like they're just like they didn't have their morning coffee. They didn't wake up. They're agitated. You could tell the difference between like collector's person that maybe does both, and then someone who's just a straight something, which I don't really care. Like it's none of my business in the end of the day, but it does hurt the hobby a little bit. It does. I think it's more of a standpoint where, man, like, damn, you have some shitty people in the hobby.
So,
interesting points, where, let's say if you didn't have the super treasure hunt thing, there wouldn't be as many scalpers looking for it, and then folks would have more fun hunting the castings that they want, right?
I think so. I think so. Aaron, I think you're like right on there, right? Like, I think you're 100% correct.
I don't know what the answer is because, on the other hand, folks really do like to chase the really rare items out there. So I think that's what drives a lot of the diecast mania, or at least for Hot Wheels, right? Folks could easily collect Matchboxes or some of the other premium lines that are arguably better quality diecast, but they don't because there's no gamble, there's no juice or whatever, and when you're chasing after that super treasure hunt,
right? I actually collect a lot of. I actually collect, but that's the difference between me and like a scalper. Is like I actually collect a lot of main casts if it's a card that I love, like a lot of the EFs and things like that. I like, I grabbed those.
Oh yeah, it's called Lard Diecast, man. That channel is freaking hilarious.
What is it called?
So I just.
I'll link the video. Go ahead, Will.
So I just read some news about the game tonight. After the game tonight, the 49ers and Lions. That's kind of concerning. 49ers head coach Kyle Shanahan told reporters that Brock Purdy is dealing with a nerve issue in his right elbow, and the QB will undergo testing Tuesday. Shanahan was non-committal on Purdy's status for the regular season finale. It is possible Purdy has played his last game this year, even though they're probably knocked out.
Wouldn't be surprised. There's no point in getting them injured. You see that with a lot of other teams. CeeDee Lamb is already on IR. You see a lot of other players.
Yeah.
So half my team went on IR. They shut down half my team because pretty much all of my guys played for losing teams. So
Yeah.
they're going to shut down players that they're not. Jared Goff? Jared Goff
No. Jared Goff's not hurt.
What?
No, Goff's not hurt. Goff's not
There's
hurt.
a Bryant says budget rips. Oh man, that's crazy. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I'm not sure. So I mean, there's no point in them playing getting hurt or hurt even more.
Yeah.
You know, you might as well go
exactly.
into start your off season and start rehabbing. You know.
Yep.
Especially if you're not going to make it anyways, right? Like, what's the
They're not.
purpose?
Yeah, they're already mathematically eliminated. They have been for a couple of weeks at this point.
Yeah, for sure.
There's no need to, you know, maybe you want to see some of the younger players and see who you want to keep on your team next year, basically, right? These guys are all playing for contracts next season.
Right.
Which brings me to another good topic of discussion, and that is the subject of tanking in the NFL, right? So I've heard a lot of flack because the Raiders are on a 2-game winning streak. All of a sudden, week 15, we decided we wanted to become a winning team, and now we have 4 wins on the season. So
Dude,
you also see that the Giants won as well. They had the number 1 pick going into this week, and they pulled out a win as well. But the truth is, I think here is I see a lot of videos on YouTube that are saying, "Oh man, your team screwed up the tank, this and that." But I want to give a couple counterpoints to that. Right? Is that one, the number 1 pick doesn't necessarily mean salvation for your team in the next season. In fact, it rarely ever does. From the just looking at the list of number 1 picks and to see what teams moved on to success afterwards, and then 2, you know, if you don't have a foundation to build on, then it doesn't matter if you have the number 1 pick. So it's interesting to see teams like the Giants and the Raiders win a couple games over the last couple of weeks. Yeah, exactly. I don't think it does pay to tank in the NFL.
No,
I totally agree with you, Brian, by the way. Why don't you get your guys' thoughts on that? Because I know Carolina's been tanking for picks too, right, Will? So
That's the reason why they
I
have
agree
this
with
thing.
all the points you said, but I wanted to bring up something on the
yeah, sure. And then Will,
Will,
come
what the
back,
heck?
Will, come back.
If I could strangle you like this, I would.
Like Washington put themselves in a good position because you know their team with who was their quarterback before? Who was your quarterback in the last couple of years? The commies.
We had Commanders.
Sam Howell.
Who was it?
Yeah, Sam Howell wasn't that bad of a quarterback, and that team wasn't that bad. So now you put a real quarterback on that team, and all of a sudden you start winning. You know, so
Green Bay's different though. I've never seen my in my QBs at least ever been that clutch in the last fourth quarters. It's crazy.
It's a different vibe.
It's different. I don't even know how to feel about it. Honestly, it doesn't feel right.
What world are we living in when the Lions and the Washington Commanders are actually winning teams?
It's terrible because my bro Billy, his team is Detroit, and it's so weird. Like we always talk. I'm like, dude, I don't even know how. Like, but he doesn't like his team. He's so nitpicky about his team, even though his team is winning. He's probably complaining today that they won. Like I haven't even checked up on him, but it's so weird seeing your team actually do well. Like you don't know how to feel about it, honestly.
I've watched my fair share of Lions football over the last few years because my friend is a good Lions fan.
Yeah.
And man, they get hosed. They have gotten hosed so hard in the last 3 or 4 years, like prior to them having success. Like the Lions, I think were actually a legit team. You know, they could have been 500 or above, like possibly for the last 5 or 6 years. But man, they always got hosed over so hard by the Rams.
Yeah.
I've never seen a team like that. Like,
Yeah, it's crazy. I felt so bad for Matthew Stafford when he was over there. Like it was just
it was painful. Like I got to witness like the Lions fandom, and you know, as a Raiders fan, I can sympathize. So
you know, Aaron, though, like I meet a lot of people who are like I was at the card show LCS, and I'm like, oh, what jersey are you wearing underneath? Because I was wearing my my Jaden Daniels when I went to a card show, the card store. He's like, oh no, I grew up in Virginia, so I've always been a Skins fan. You know, we sucked for 2 decades or more since I watched them. He was from Virginia too. He's from Annandale, but he's a Raiders fan. And like, yeah, but you know what? I couldn't do it, so I became a Raiders fan. I'm like, I have a lot of respect for you Raider fans because you guys really stay with your team even if they're struggling, like bad, right? And I have so much respect for that because most people would have just hightailed out of there. So
you know what? I was almost done with being a Raiders fan completely. Like in a sequence of events occurred like literally within 3 weeks where I was just done with the Raiders for the last 2 years. And that was Gruden getting fired and then having the whole what's that dude's name? The Henry Ruggs debacle. So those events happened within the 2 or 3 weeks. And I was like, you know what? F this team. I'm done with the Raiders. So I quit for like a couple of years.
We all hate Henry Ruggs, though. I mean, that's a national thing, honestly. But like, I hope you guys do well because I always get so upset because I'm like, you guys got to take care of your division because the Chiefs making it almost you make it too they make it too easy for the Chiefs. Shout out to Trev, he's a diehard Chiefs fan, but
we've split the last few seasons 1-1 with the Chiefs the last few years. This year they took 2 games.
You were the only I shouldn't blame you guys because you guys did beat them. You guys were the only ones that beat them.
In previous years, yeah, we usually have been splitting the series, if anything. You know what? Here's your tinfoil hat conspiracy theory is that, teams in the number 1 slot are tanking so that they don't have the pressure to pick Shedeur Sanders.
What do you think? Do you not like Shedeur Sanders? I thought he's okay, but I guess you guys don't. You have different feelings with it. I just don't like the whole flamboyantness of the stuff that's going to come with them. I don't like that.
The Raiders are here's what I think about Shedeur Sanders. This is just my own personal bias, and I think that weighs in pretty heavily. But if we had him on that team, he's just going to be a distraction on a team that doesn't need any more distractions.
I agree. I understand.
He's not going to fit well in the Raiders in Las Vegas. That is just the wrong place. Like he's got to go and play for someone like Minnesota or something, somewhere where he doesn't have as much excitement in the world. So that's one reason why Shedeur Sanders. The other reason why is, okay, he put up some monster numbers this year, but who did Colorado actually beat? I don't think they had a single win over a top 25 team. They doesn't play against good competition. So it doesn't matter if you put up 6 touchdowns against, like a Division 1 AA or FBS or FCS school. Like, he doesn't play on when the big games come and it's like Colorado versus like USC or a top tier matchup. Those teams have better recruits, NFL caliber or prospects on that team, and that's the level of competition that he's going to face at the next level. Like you see it with Caleb Williams, right? USC obviously had some very impressive games, and it works against college competition, but it's not going to work against these NFL caliber professional players, right? That's the problem. I think that's I don't know. You can prove me wrong because I've been proven wrong. I didn't think, CJ Stroud was a winner with Ohio State, and I would say the same with Jaden Daniels.
He came out too, so it's just like they have such a good foundation over there. Like I was just biased on it because of RG3, running quarterback or mobile quarterback. I was afraid of that situation of him getting hurt, honestly.
I think Shedeur Sanders might do well because his main reason of wanting to play well is not to let everyone down, right? It would be a big letdown to his father or to, his legacy or his family's legacy to maybe that's one angle that, where he'll have the drive or motivation to play. He might not be as affected by money as some of these other players because he's not new money. His family, he comes from money.
Oh my gosh, Collector Holic, you're a Jets fan, my guy. I'm sorry.
It's okay. We're all long-suffering fans.
Yeah,
Go ahead, Will.
Yep.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask something non-sports related. I know it's jumping topics. Chance, because I haven't seen Chance in a while. Have you played the game? And I always see gamers on YouTube play it. It's a new game, I think. Yakuza?
Oh, Yakuza? No.
Oh, yeah, dude. I want to play the new one that comes out in March because it's like Yakuza Pirates in Hawaii.
It might be good, but like I got so much. The reason why I wouldn't play it, I think it would just take up so much of my time. I'm not gonna lie. That's the reason why.
Are you done with Final Fantasy?
No, I'm gonna jump back onto it, but I just been trying to take a break from that and just play something quick that I could just jump on and off real quick.
Like COD, yeah.
Yeah, because you gotta realize Final Fantasy is more of a story type thing, and I don't like to talk when I'm like, you wouldn't want somebody talking when you're watching a movie, right? That's almost the same situation with me with Final Fantasy. So I kind of stay more into it versus where I could just jump in COD and talk to you guys and just play the game, you know what I mean, and just have fun that way. That's the reason why.
I've been enjoying watching you play some COD because you're pretty entertaining when you play, man.
I am a little bit more rated differently when I'm on there.
Chance is a little bit of a rager on in the inside.
I do. That is the authentic me when I'm playing.
It's not toxic though, man. It's like pure. Yeah. It's pure enthusiasm or being upset. It's not like toxicity, which it's just why when I do watch you stream, I do enjoy it a lot. So.
No, but it's fun though, but because I'm actually, I wouldn't say like I'm boom, right? I'm like above average, I would say. But I could keep up with a lot of good guys that are way up there if you know how to play. You know what I mean? But you have to be smart. You could beat good players if you know how to change up your setup and everything in order to divert their playing style, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could do it. You definitely could do it.
No, I see. You're pretty cerebral when you play, right? Like you don't just run into the same room over and over and get killed and get upset because you made the same mistake over and over again, right?
No. I use a lot of my
What's up, Kevin?
Hey, what's going on, Kev? I use a lot more my grenades and my other stuff to divert where they're gonna go or block where they're gonna go. Same thing. Like if I'm trying to bait them, I have a silencer on one gun, and I would use my pistol as a baiting where I would just shoot it for no reason, just to bring them over there. And a lot of the dumb players would go to where the pings are happening, right?
Right.
And just ambush them. So you just gotta be. You
have to be sneaky smart, right? You gotta outthink it. I got you. I played a lot of Battlefield and a decent amount of FPS in my lifetime, but. Not recently.
The concert, Kev?
It makes me a little too upset when I play some FPS. You know what I mean?
You can't jump on, man. You can. You could be on your PC. Just get on your PC. We could jump.
You know what? I saw COD for like $30. Maybe I'll pick it up, man. We'll see.
Jump. I need a squad, dude. I need a squad. All
right. We'll see. You know what? I got some free time in the next few days, so maybe we'll do some COD. That would be fun.
Sometimes I tell my squad, I'm like, dude, just stop dying. Just stay in one spot for me. Just aim right there. And just
stop
shoot.
dying.
My hands, though, man. I'm old. I have old man arthritic hands already. I played video games 20 years of my life, man. I can't do it anymore.
Things to give you an edge. I could tell when I'm playing against PC players 100%. Like, in that way, I'm like, oh shoot, I got to change more of a mid-range to long-distance type style play. Because these guys are beating me based on reaction.
You can accelerate. You can spin around faster. You have way more precision.
Crazy. Like it's nuts. I could tell. So I sometimes like I could tell when I'm playing a whole team. But you know what? It's crazy. I don't. Most times when you see me play, I'm not going 100%. I don't get motivated unless I'm playing against a squad or a really good team.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I don't feel motivated to really try. I know it
I
sounds
wouldn't
terrible,
try
but
because I wouldn't want my MMR or my matchmaking rating to go up. I want it to be as low as possible so I get the
Yeah.
weakest lot.
yeah, but most times you see me play, I'm playing like at 70%. Like I don't like really try until I play against a squad, and that's when I'm like, okay, it's on, right? Like like I actually focus real hard. Like, okay, it's happening. It's almost like when you're driving and you're tired, you're just driving. You know how to drive, but if you're going to a track, you're gonna, you drive differently.
Oh yeah,
You
for
get
sure,
better.
for sure. How you doing tonight, Kevin? Good
Yeah,
to see you,
Kev,
man.
how
Happy
are
New
you?
Year's Eve. Happy.
Yeah,
Right.
happy.
I don't.
Yeah.
I'm
you have
pretty good,
Costco,
I
right?
guess. I'm hurting, but
Oh, you heard.
I'm all right. Went out
Okay.
to eat and took a walk around the park where they got like a million lights all synchronized to music.
Yeah.
They got like 5 blocks, and it was pretty cool.
Okay.
But
All right.
yeah,
all
too
right.
much walking. I ain't used to that.
Yeah, for sure, man.
What are y'all doing tonight?
Nothing.
Not much.
We're
That's
just
the
BSing.
pretty much.
I'm vlogs.
Oh
You
yeah,
don't know. He looks
I
like
forget
he looks like Missingo at this point.
right.
You look like a black box.
That's what
Yeah,
I was
but
going
this
to
is
say.
missing
Sorry,
up.
I'm looking.
I forget that black box is up there.
Remember the Pokemon?
Until it says
You
something.
played it, right? Nintendo play Pokemon Missingo.
Oh, missing no.
release.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but then he'd be like all kinds of weird pixels and stuff, you
Well, he
know.
jumps in and out once in a while. It feels like.
Oh, he's like a freaking Tonberry where
Yeah,
he's like,
yeah. No, oh, man, Thunberries are dangerous, dude.
oh man, that stupid
Oh,
knife.
Tonberries, dude. I hate the Tonberries. They always whoop my butt in Final Fantasy.
Tonberries. What is the other one? The
Damn
freaking.
cactus. The 10,000 needles.
Oh yeah, Cactar. Yeah,
God,
Cactar is
Cactar.
stupid too.
Cactor.
The Jets are the worst team in history. Owner needs to sell a team, man. You know what? The Jets had everything lined up for a pretty good run because they had a really good defense. They had a lot of good defensive players on that team, but it's just
You
like one thing goes wrong on your team and it feels like everything collapses, just like
It
kind
does.
of Raiders for the last few
It
years.
makes-
So
It makes you wonder, right, Aaron, if they were better with Zach Wilson. Oh no! Did I say that? Oh, I am so sorry, Collectaholic. Oh my goodness!
always one or two
Right.
players away, and well, there's always next year. You know, that's all I
Makes
gotta
you
say.
wonder. It does make you wonder.
What was the final score of the San Francisco Lions game?
Lions
40
won by 6.
40-36.
40-36. I figured the Lions would win, but
The Lions are going to
Oh,
have
man.
issues. The Lions are going to have major issues.
No, they're not. No,
You
they're
think
not.
so?
what
Yes,
they got
because
most of the starting defensive line is
it's a
out.
defense that scares me that they're
Yeah.
not. They could put up points, but you know how it is with Super Bowls, right? Defense wins it all the time.
See, if McCaffrey and Ayuk had been playing, they probably could have took advantage of that.
Mm-hmm. That's what scares me is their defense. You can't always hope to outscore. I can't remember. Man,
Defense wins championships is always the
Yep.
conventional logic, but I don't know. Maybe they'll change it up this year. So
I always think that, but it never happens. I always think. Remember with the Broncos when like, oh, the best offense
well,
ever.
you'll play the best teams in the playoffs, right? Usually they'll come to perform, but
Yeah, we'll see.
the Lions. I feel like the NFL wants the Lions to have success, so maybe
I
they'll
do
get
too.
some
I do
zebra
too.
luck
I just-
here.
The defense. If you
It's
go
scary. I want to see what that Lions defense is ranked. I'm curious now.
By
Like,
the way, Alex Anzalone, their starting linebacker who was out for a while, is coming back, and Aiden Hutchinson is going to be back for.
oh, mate.
Hear this. They said if they make the Super Bowl, Aiden Hutchinson will come back.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
But it always scares me because I go based on the whole stats on it, and it doesn't look good. Like, I think, like, yeah. We'll see. We'll see what happens, though.
I'm
I'd
on
say
the
the Lions
podcast.
look like a league average or above average defense.
I want
They've
them to
only
win.
allowed 333 points per game, which is it's not terrible. It seems like every once in a while they'll allow a really high scoring game. But other than that, like from a statistical standpoint, their defense doesn't look that bad.
No, their
Let's see what
defense
they're.
is above average.
Yeah. So I mean, it's scary because maybe you have to look a little deeper, right? What happens when they play good teams? Do they give up big points to good teams? Do they shut out bad teams? And though that kind of fudges the numbers a little bit, but at least on the surface, their defense doesn't look to be that bad.
But also, you got to think 5 of the starting defensive line is out on the
They're
injured
coming
list.
back. Don't worry.
Right. Injury is always
you're
a
Lions
big
fan there?
concern.
Vog, so you're a low key Lions fan? You gave up on
I
the
am
Patriots?
because I'm on a Lions podcast.
It doesn't
He
mean
met
anything.
somebody.
Man.
He met somebody and took on their team.
You took on the team. That's terrible, Will. That is terrible.
Yeah, shame me.
We'll
shame
talk
me, I
after
did.
the show.
The script is written right there. So it's either
Shame me.
written for the Lions or the conventional thought behind the last 60 years of Lions history is that they will inevitably get destroyed in some very embarrassing way in the playoffs, like it has been in the past. But
I think
I have
the
faith they're
Lions,
finally mixing it up for the Lions.
I think the Lions are going to win a Super Bowl in the next 5 years if they stay healthy.
Well, their NFL window is usually a lot smaller than that, right? Because they won't be able to reload in the manner.
I feel like
this is the
way. And you said one already. I think they only got 3 more years.
They've got however long they can keep all their good players, and it's not even just their skill players, right? You got to pay those offensive linemen, you got to pay your edge rusher, you got to pay a lot of people to keep your team competitive in the NFL without too many glaring weaknesses, right?
Yes,
So,
this is the way, Barry.
It's either this year or next year. That's probably their window. So we'll see.
Kevin, what do you got?
Open.
Ooh, NFL Uno.
Okay, we can do that real quick.
And you love those Unos.
Dude, I sell the crap out of them.
Really? I could not rip any
he's
of
got
those.
an addiction, man.
I would. At least I would.
He's got an
I've
addiction.
sold 45 of these at $15 a piece.
Oh, I
and
just
I buy
couldn't
them
rip.
for $4.50 at Walmart.
Do you
And I'm
keep any
sold.
yourself?
Oh, dude, I sell $6 or $7 worth of singles.
Do
At
you,
least
I
every
mean,
few
do you
days.
keep any of them for yourself?
Pretty
No.
sure he keeps some.
I sold the Brock Purdy dual color today for
Who
$20.
said you collect Purdy, though?
Yeah, well, I need the $20.
$20 is $20, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I've got to mountain this stuff. I've got to sort through. Then you might have some competition on eBay.
Yeah, the full card sold. The big one.
I wonder if any other sports would think about doing Uno.
You already have Prism Monopoly. Don't give Hasbro any ideas.
I know. Come on, Will. You're terrible, dude. Good gosh, boo that man.
Jefferson sells
Ooh.
good.
Need none of this.
Chance, I miss you saying that all the time. Boo that man. Oh, man.
I can't stand any more of this gimmick stuff. I'm sorry, Aaron. Like that's how I feel.
Right.
Can't do it no more.
If it's got an
Hey, look,
NFL
it's
logo
like-
on it, it'll sell.
Oh,
I
look,
know,
it's
that's what's
Aaron
weird.
O'Connell.
And the thing about these is you got to get all 4 colors of your player. You know,
I'd be like, freaking, where's the reverse Uno on all these, man?
there's like 800 cards in there. There's
That would
Stroud.
be the worst player in the league. You're a revert. No, the biggest troll player. Reverse
Draw
Uno.
2. Have a whole deck of draw 2.
That'd be the funniest shit ever. You're an asshole. I know.
Bradley Chubb.
Come on, pull a rookie.
Debo. Christian McCaffrey.
Oh, here we go. You pulled him.
Oh, Dak
Dak
Prescott, best
Prescott.
quarterback in the NFC.
Overpaid.
There might be some Cowboys people listening.
Well,
That's
you can argue
okay.
with me if you disagree.
Tyreek Hill.
Tails
Good.
open.
Richardson.
Anthony Richardson. That's a rookie, technically, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's 2024 now.
Mahomes. Yeah, I definitely got my money back. The Brock Purdy and the Mahomes will sell for a couple bucks a piece, and that pays
Yeah.
for the pack.
It's not bad.
So let's see if there's big money in here. Any big quarterback with dual colors.
So, Chance, do you work tomorrow?
Hold on a sec. Let's watch some
Good.
Rick with some big stuff. Okay.
Tyler Gordon.
No, that's not it right there. You just need
Come on,
one.
man.
Let's go, Kevin. Let's see it.
Stop playing around, Kevin. Pull the.
Right.
DJ
Come
Stroud.
on, Kev.
Who the fuck?
I ain't
He's
gonna do
a
it.
good
Come on.
defense.
You're pulling it wrong.
Hey.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there's
Not
good.
bad. Not
Not
bad.
That's
I
not
might
bad.
have to keep that one because the pictures are different on the foils.
Oh, okay. He's got
Oh,
like
okay.
a big ass necklace.
That's kind of like, that's a really cool foil.
Like a,
Yeah, I like that. That's not bad.
Yeah. Okay, you were right, Will. There is one I'll keep.
No, I
So,
work tomorrow. I just don't work on the New Year's Eve. I'm off on Wednesday and Thursday.
Oh,
Hell
nice.
yeah.
I'd rather work though. I don't really care about New Year's or anything.
Not bad. Not bad. I got some stadium.
Hey, I
clothes.
got this at a Big Lots for 80 cents.
Oh, that's
That's
cool.
not bad either. That seems
Big
like
Lot.
that's a dollar's worth of entertainment.
What
right
did you
there.
Big
got-
Lots
you got
is closing
Stadium Club?
down, so like all their stuff is
Wow.
75% off or something like that. The whole
You got Stadium
chain's
Club,
closing.
Aaron, you said?
They're going out of business there. Is that what? That's the deal,
Everywhere.
right, Kevin?
Across the board.
What's
I heard
that?
them. Party City is going out of business.
Yep. That's the
What's
chase for the whatever these things are.
What are those?
What are those? What are those?
What are
Nano
those?
Those
Didn't
are
those things like
all
super expensive?
They're like $5 a piece, but they were only $1.
No, I meant the chase.
Yeah, the chase is like
Probably the chase is always the
$6
big deal.
to $50, depending on
they're-
what
sometimes they're
where
expensive.
you look on eBay.
Mm.
It doesn't really look metallic, dude. That's just gold plastic.
I'm gold plastic. Are you judging me? Really?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes,
Good.
fake plastic.
Watch out.
always will.
Spider-Man's my favorite. He's hanging upside down, so that's cool.
It's not bad.
But
Cool
yeah,
little
you look
toys.
up that
Stadium
gold thing, and
Club.
there's people asking $50, and there's one guy got it for $6. It's like, yeah,
eBay 101, man. Got to get
Right.
the eBay 101.
Yeah.
Stadium Club. I see that. Looks good.
All right, we'll do a little Stadium Club. Why not? I got this one
Oh, here we go.
blaster lying around that probably needs
Oh,
to get
cool.
open. Trying to sort cards. I've been digging through my collection to
I
find
like
some stuff
Stadium
for some
Club.
folks.
We rip so
It's-
much, it's hard to sort it all.
I
Oh
know.
my goodness, you have no idea.
I know, dude. Like all my cards on the floor right now, trying to sort Pokemon cards.
It's so terrible.
It's
I've got
bad.
a problem.
You need your like own like assistant to like sort everything. And
I need more. I need another
Oh.
table. I think to sort that would help me out a lot.
Chance, I
So
made 2 sales, but I haven't got the
payment yet.
rating yet to be level
Yeah.
2 on
yeah,
PCG.
let's let Aaron rip this, and now if you have like questions on that, we'll
Okay.
go through it.
Hey, happy New Year's, Rushmore. Good to see you. Well, happy New Year's Eve. So
Yeah.
good to see you,
Yeah,
Rushmore.
what's up, Rushmore?
Let's
full
see.
heat.
Ooh, yeah, nice chromie there. Oh, just
Full-
dropping cards all over the place.
So
So
an auto coming.
Come on, man.
$700 million man Juan Soto.
Don't
Yeah,
remind
A
me.
lot of money.
We have Matt Chapman. He's a great third baseman.
Yes, he is.
Love Stadium Club. Have about 5 boxes left and a bunch of fat packs. I think Stadium Club's been good this year since they got the chrome ones in there too. So
That's a
absolutely,
sick-
I love those.
That's
That they
a
started
sick
putting
one.
set. There's a nice Vladdy Jr.
For the PC.
Speaking of,
My
A nice Trout Chrome. Oh, and a Babe Ruth in the back.
red.
That number?
No, the red parallels are.
Red's not. The greens are, I think.
I think
Okay.
about 1 per pack, but man, what a pack that was, man! That was like, Mike Trout, you have Vladdy Jr., got Juan Soto. That's a heck of a pack right there.
Right?
Mike Trout's a nice one. But it's nice because I'm pretty sure that they put Stadium Club Chrome and Stadium Club to one products anymore, which is nice.
Mm-hmm.
So, and the imagery is always great in this set.
Oh yeah.
I've become more of a fan. Looks like I'm going to get all the Yankees apparently. So,
Woo.
A-Rod as a Yankee. This is the
I know what-
collectaholic blaster right here.
Oh, that's right. You
And
get like
Boggs
3 in a
Blaster.
row of the same team. It seems.
Roger Clemens as a Yankee.
Mm,
Sandy Koufax.
nice.
Get 1 Dodger in there. Brooks Robinson. That's the black
The human-
parallel.
That's sick.
And then I've got Ronald Acuna.
Oh
Board
Ooh.
insert there.
I know a guy who likes him.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure. All right.
And his name rhymes with 7.
They put a decent number of cards in these blasters too. I think it's not bad. So, Sammy Sosa. Got
Now
Ian
it's a
Happ.
Jay Thompson box.
Yeah. The
And then we
Cubs.
had Jose Canseco and a Brian Wu.
Who?
Woo.
Exactly.
Oh, another Yankee, yes.
A Bernie
Another
Williams.
Yankee red.
It's,
Look at
it
that
could be
face
that
he's making.
it could be that all of my parallels will end up being Yankees. From what I've seen, that happens a lot. So, or it'll be all of the same team. It seems. In my
I would
opinion,
lose it.
A-Rod was the best shortstop. Yeah, I think he really was. Well, when you consider everything he brought to the team, right? When he could hit, he could play shortstop.
Play.
You play on the Yankees, and you already have a shortstop, which made it pretty tough when he was there. They had to move him over to third base. So, BC Sports Cards. Thanks for
BC
stopping
Sports.
by.
Well,
Happy New Year's
BC.
Eve. Hold on, let me get you a wrench real quick.
Hello, BC. I'm
He's been
Boggs.
ripping some stuff. He's been ripping
Oh, yeah.
more than I have.
I know I've been.
He tried to do some videos.
I think I've subbed up either to you. I'll definitely go get your channel up and give you a sub as well. There you go. All right. Yeah. Thanks for stopping by. Just ripping a little Stadium Club. We got the open panel going on. Everybody's always more than welcome. Someday we're going to get Collectorholic to come up here and chit chat with us. Sometime.
Dude, he is a
No
cool
pressure.
dude.
Big Mac,
Back.
Castellanos, Josh Young, and we got our Sepia, Joey Votto as a Blue Jay. Interesting.
Yeah.
What's that? That's sepia, right? No, is that no?
Yeah, that would be
Yeah.
the Sepia parallel.
Okay.
It's like got green foil. I don't
Yeah.
understand that,
That's why
but
I was kind of like
Oh,
thrown off.
don't understand.
double parallel.
Come on, autograph.
I do like me some Stadium Club too, and it's been a fun set with all the chrome cards and stuff in here.
Mm.
I'm missing the corner here. I want to rip that. There we go. All right, yeah, it looks like it is a J Thompson blaster now. There's a PCA,
Yeah.
Aaron Nola, and Zach Jaloff. That's a lot of green on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow, Will Clark giving a little interview there. That's old school right there. And there's a Mickey Mantle. So all of our
Cheese.
red parallels are all going to be Yankees, it seems, but I'm not going to complain
Yankees,
about that.
baby.
Right.
Let's go, baby!
Oh, okay, Collectorholic. No rush.
I totally got you. I would never pressure you if you never wanted to, but the offer is
I would-
always there. There's
Big
a big hurt, Frank Thomas.
Dude, look at his face in that. He's like, you
You
talking
got
crap
Eloy
about
Jimenez.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Obviously.
And Soderstrom there.
Julio.
Oh, there we go. I got the Aaron Judge in red.
man,
That's
you-
pretty
you-
sweet.
Jeez, you weren't joking. I think it's all New York.
All Yankees.
All Yankees, right? Every one of my red parallels. I got Babe Ruth, Mickey Mantle, Aaron Judge, and
And
yeah,
Bernie
Bernie
Williams.
I know a guy
Yankee
who likes a
legend.
whole bunch of Yankees.
I know there's a lot of Yankees out there. There's
Ooh,
nice
you know who
J-Rod
would
too.
love that? Barrett, probably.
I love how you're giving away my cards.
Anyone.
One for
You know who would love that card?
One for you.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
They're all spoken for, Will, by Will.
Oh, we have that one thing. You don't say Yankees or say it like a player, Aaron Judge, like
Camera.
3 times.
Break my
Otherwise,
camera.
Bill will pop up.
Hold on, my camera froze. Technical difficulties.
Oh, why you dip? No, I'm just- I'm
Why you
joking.
dip?
Why you dip?
Why you dip?
What you did? Remember when
You dip? You dip?
You dip?
But why you dip?
But, guys,
That
he's gonna
sounds
pull
like
a
someone's
101
name.
right now.
Oh man, you got it. Yeah, or was it the what's the other one? What's the dude's name? Plays for the he plays
Plays for
the
the-
receiver. I'll figure it out later.
For who?
That's CJ Abrams. And then we have Cole Reagans. And another Yankee, Anthony Rizzo. Red parallel is going to be a
Wow.
Yankee.
All
Let's
Yankees.
go. It was
Team set.
hold on, let me find that real quick. Just a moment here. It was Oh, that's what it was. Brandon Cooks, number to 99. Well, he's like swapping the card. That's another one.
Oh, yeah. Oh, they're great.
Yeah, Brandon Cooks. Brandon Cooks, number to 99.
Have you guys seen the video where it's Jamal Williams, who's the running back for the Saints, and Cam Jordan saying something about like, "Oh, Naruto is the most overrated anime," and you just hear Jamal Williams in the background saying, "Bro, why you capping? Why you capping?"
Haven't seen that one. Well,
Oh, dude,
yeah,
I'll
this
send
is
it
a
to you.
blaster box for sure.
Ch-
Yeah, we got-
Aaron and Chance, I'll send it to you. It's funny as hell. He loves his Pokemon, Jamal Williams, if you didn't know.
Oh, okay. Yeah, send it to me later on. Bryson Stott, Mike Schmidt. This is the
Ooh.
last pack. So, Teo Hernandez, a red. Oh, look, it's another
Oh my
Yankee.
god.
It's like
jeez.
Garrett
Wow.
Cole.
What's the odds of that? Is that how it normally is?
No,
Yeah, we got a refractor. Darius Vines.
no, it's
Um,
not.
It seems the way that the collation goes. I've seen this for several teams. I've gotten for the red parallels. One time I got the Red Sox blaster, and then this one is definitely the Yankees blaster. So
Nah.
every single one, Yankees, 6 Yankees red parallels.
Oh, BC Sports says blasters are like that.
It was pretty sick. Yeah, that is the best box. That was pretty nice. Got the Mike Trout chrome as well, really nice. And then some other pretty much everything was a Yankee in that blaster. So
All right.
Yes,
can't
sir.
argue with that. But
Go
yeah, that was
Yankees.
Stadium Club. It's a pretty fun set. Got a ton to sort out. Oh man, I screwed up my camera here. All right, got everything back and working. Oh boy,
That's good, Rip.
that's the
Man,
best
I'm
box
getting-
of. I ripped so much of this. I ripped a lot of Stadium
Yes,
Club
yes,
as
you
well.
have.
I thought it was a pretty good set. Still sorting through it. I think I only pulled like one numbered parallel out of everything, but it was a pretty nice one. It was who was it? I think it was Cal Ripken. It was number 35, which is pretty cool. So pretty nice hit there.
Heck yeah.
Gonna try to sort out the set. I've gotta see how much of that stuff. I know Troy's been bugging me about some Stadium Club cards, which I've been kind of sorting through already. So I sorted out a
Oh,
big
big
pile
deal.
for him. Yeah, it's pretty much all I had to rip. I didn't have a whole lot. I think for Friday, I'm not sure what it'll be, but do you know when Prism Retail is going to be dropping? Chance by any chance?
I think it's next week because this week I didn't see anything. Usually, if it's online, it's the following week. So you could buy them online now if you wanted to. Honestly, personally, for me, if you're looking for the best value, like just you don't care about like cards, you're just trying to collect some of the new players. The longevity boxes are still up for $60.
Oh,
And I think
really?
it's one. It says one guaranteed mem and one auto per box, but we don't know 100% sure. That's why it hasn't completely sold out. Last year, that was the case. It was one auto and mem, but you pull a ton of number cards and stuff out of them. And for $60, I know it's rookies and stars, but I think that's the best bang for your buck. Is that if you're trying to rip something for fun?
If I saw rookies and stars, I would be. It gets one of the best retail products every year, in my opinion.
It's the one you can't find though in the retail. They won't have it in the retail stores. It's the big boxes. Remember those big boxes that were going for some ridiculous amount? Like I remember, I think in 2022, my friend pulled a T-Law's autograph mem out of that.
Good night, Rushmore.
Yeah, they were just loaded. Like those boxes were loaded of good stuff. So yeah, they called them the longevity boxes of rookies.
Okay.
They're still
Good night,
there.
Rushmore. Happy New Year's. Our series flips to video games and lives on Thursdays in 2025. All right, sounds. Oh man, that's awesome, man. I've been wanting to do more video game stuff over time, so we'll see if we can.
I just said
tomorrow the 1st, or is that the 31st tomorrow?
Tomorrow is New Year's Eve, so tonight's the New Year's Eve stream.
Well,
that's
for some folks.
It's New Year's Eve now.
So Archives comes out on the 8th. I know that's my favorite rip of the year. Mm-hmm. That's kind of why I think I've been slowing down a little bit. I certainly do want to get my hands on some Hobby Archives. That is my favorite set. Archives was so good last year.
Yeah,
like I cannot stress how good that was last year. Like I think it has to do with being lucky as well, but as far as like products wise, Archives to me was the best products from last year
for sure. Best bang for your buck. I ripped some too, and I was just pulling a lot of good stuff. Archives is a good rip for sure.
The hobby side, 2 autographs per box at $150 is probably the best bang. Mm-hmm. That's going to come across. You're going to come across in baseball. That's not like pro debut or something like that.
Yeah,
just every other product's like $400 if you want 2 autographs.
And it's like it's perfectly priced too. I feel like
it's going to be high this year because I think this year's rookie class seems to have some hype. So I'm not sure about paying $160. I think that's kind of where it came out to start last year. So probably won't be doing as much as I did last year at $160, but I certainly will be doing some. Go ahead.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Just to clarify, what year is that then? Is it not this year then? It's for next year?
24, 23, 24 tops or 24. Yeah, this year's 23 or top 2024 Archives is what it is.
Oh, okay. So it's Jackson Holiday, those guys.
Holiday, Merrill.
Oh wow, it's gonna be
Churio, Dominguez, Paul Skeens.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
I think 160 might actually be a pretty good price. Well, it's not, but I mean compared to previous years, obviously. But it'll have all the rookie class. Last year, I got some good autographs. I got Gunnar Henderson autograph.
Right.
Anthony Volpe. I'll show you some of the stuff I've got from Archives.
Aaron and Chance, I sent you the video of Jamal Williams and his anime obsession.
Okay, pull this nice.
Hilarious! You'll have to watch it. It's so funny.
Oh yeah, for sure. Pull this nice 101 Thurman Munson.
That's right. I remember you pulled that.
This is a big hit right here. There's just good stuff in there. Pulled even on the veteran side, the Bartolo Colon autograph. Who else? Jose Ramirez autograph. So the collector boxes will also have the tin. That will be a good option as well. And the tins will have 1 autograph in those tins. So
that's the one we ripped last time. You know what? I might have to buy some.
Yeah, if I see the mini tins, the tin is probably worth $10 or $15 alone. So considering it's like half a hobby box with 1 autograph, it's not a bad idea to try a couple tins.
Yeah. I remember we ripped those and Archives was so good.
There will also be the retail blasters, I think, as well, which
Yeah.
should be pretty decent as well if you want numbered parallels. But here's the tin,
Oh, you got
or
this
what the
pretty
tins look
cheaply.
like from last year. So
Yeah.
not bad. These are pretty cool. Like these. The one thing is if you buy a case of tins, last year they're all the same player, so
Yeah. it's
you
not
might
good.
want to see if you can try to mix and match so you can get all of the tins. You don't get 4 of the same tin. So, oh wow! Last I pulled the Paul Schmidt mini handwritten autograph to 25 from 22 archives. Might have been numbered. Wow, that's cool. Mini autograph. That's pretty sweet right there. Dang, have to show that one. I think I had a box where I ripped a box. It had Corbin Carroll numbered parallel. It had Adley Rutschman to 75, and then it had the Gunnar Henderson autograph to 25, all in the same box. So
I think I remember that.
that was a pretty crazy box.
Dang. I should have kept my MVP buyback for that. I didn't know archives were going to come out.
Did
Damn
you get the Ginter, or
Huh?
what did you do with it? Did you get Ginter?
I
Or?
was trying to get Alan Ginter, but they sold out Alan Ginter hobby, which was sad for me. So I just went. I put it towards a card. I put it towards a Pokemon card and got that instead. But it only helped pay for a partial of the Pokemon card.
Oh, I don't think you'll have any regrets on that. I did that with my buyback this year.
Do you want to see
I did it.
you want to see a card?
Oh yeah, of course I want to see the card.
Kind of.
I put my buyback towards the Hakeem Olajuwon rookie card, which I've always wanted. So I crossed that one off my list.
It's a modern one, but it's one that if I want to use something and the card's going up in price right now, and I wanted to at least get it. It's
Speaking of Paul Goldschmidt, I have that Paul Goldschmidt autograph in the background there. So
Oh, I see in your background. It's Paul.
there.
Dang.
It's a chase from Brilliant Stars PSA 10. You know
that's
what?
a nice card.
Yeah, it's a nice card. It comes from like the XY Evolutions one from 2016, just like the revamped version of it. It was pretty up there. So, but I mean, I'm like, dang it, if I'm gonna spend something, I might as well get one of these. Not my Grail card though. That's probably like my mid-tier like cards I will get afterwards. Like that's the big boy.
Yeah. You know what's when you get a card like that from that set, it's like you're done with the set because now it should be easy to get everything else you want from that set.
Well, yeah, because you're not, and that's exactly why I did it. So I wasn't stressed of trying to pull that card. You know what I mean? I could just enjoy it, and then I like to keep sealed stuff too. So it's just a good presentation. I've been ripping some Crown Zenith as well. Crown Zenith.
Oh yeah, let's see the hits.
Right there, Crown Zenith. I ripped it with my daughter during Christmas Eve. So a lot of good cards. Actually, Crown Zenith is fun, man. I forgot how fun Crown Zenith is. I opened like 5 of the Sea and Sky boxes.
It's a pretty underrated set, in my opinion. Oh wow.
Oh, yeah.
BC Sports cards pulled a Wyatt Langford HFA home field advantage from
wow, that is big.
Hey, the hangers are loaded. I anytime I see the hangers, I just clean out the hangers. I'm an idiot, but
Nah.
I like that Swablu. That one's pretty cool. I don't know
cool?
why. Yeah,
It's
cool
weird that's a
card.
dragon Pokemon, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like a little Altaria cloud thingy.
Yeah, it's a dragon Pokemon.
I like that Ditto, the Numel, and
How
then
do you know it's a Ditto? Oh no. You got Pikachu on
Cool.
the trainer gallery is really nice,
Yeah.
Oh, this is my favorite. I'm always glad to pull this one.
yeah, let's go with the
wanted to come back.
Latias.
I loved the illustration of it. Just the clothes getting stuck on the wing and everything. Like this was one of my favorite trainer gallery cards. Swablu again. Rylu. Radiant Charizard.
Nice.
This this was. Oh, I was just organizing.
These Quazzas.
I ripped a ton of them, so like I was just pulling a whole bunch of Sea and Sky stuff. Pulled that Hatterene VMAX.
Underrated some of these VMAX cards.
Oh yeah, they definitely are. That's why I think the set of Crown Zenith is, once it's out of print, it's gonna just go up.
Yeah, for sure. At least on certain ones, I
Yeah.
think.
Mareep.
Even the lower end illustration rares, I think there's a lot of potential in a lot of those cards.
Radiant.
Oh, Eternatus.
Yeah. I read way too much. I didn't realize how much I read until I looked at this again. Not good. It's not good. Yeah, so these were like the promos that you got out of the Sea and Sky. And then my daughter pulled this one. This was a bigger one. So she pulled the gold card, Palkia V-Star.
Oh, nice. That's the one I have. I don't have the big one, but I do have the Palkia
Yeah.
for whatever reason.
I've been trying to pull the Giratina. Tough. I have the Arceus and this, but you know everybody wants the Giratina. The Giratina's dope. It looks like it's just slithering down.
No luck on that Giratina, but I got the Palkia, so it's still a nice card though. I like it.
It is. This is beautiful, man. Like they really outdid themselves. Pokemon has really stepped up the game since like 2 years ago.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But yeah.
Yeah, the hangers definitely are loaded beasts.
Yeah.
You know what else is loaded? Been the fat packs. I did pretty good from the fat packs, to be honest. They had some pretty nice hits. If I had my choice, it would be hangers, then fat packs, and blasters in that
Things
order.
Like that. Yeah.
Here's a few of the hits I got from Topps Update. There's the Jackson Merrill home field advantage.
Oh, nice.
So got that one. This came out of a blaster, so maybe can't knock the blasters completely. So there's Paul Skeens. This is a all class insert, but this one's numbered 8 out of 10 on this Paul Skeens. So what else did I have? No, this came out of a blaster. That came out of a fat pack. This came out of a blaster. Ellie De La Cruz. Red Parallel, Let Him Cook. This one's numbered 4 out of 10 on this card. So, and then from a fat pack, I got a legendary home field advantage, Babe Ruth. So some pretty cool stuff. I think some other big hits. I got the Paul Skeens Gold to 2024. A bunch of other debut. That one's number like 199. So. And Topps Update, I think is it probably will be the best set in the release, but I'm still looking forward to Archives 100% this year. So if you see that the hangers, you definitely should scoop those up. I think they're still reselling for like $20 each, from what I've seen online.
Hangers got bangers.
Yeah, like some hangers, you open it, it'll have a silver foil. Gold parallel, another numbered card. Like it's ridiculous. These hangers are pretty loaded. So, oh wow, dang, that's a nice card too. The yellow foil color match. Yeah, I know what card those. That's
yeah.
a pretty thick one right there. Heck yeah,
Right.
Congrats.
That's a big card.
Definitely some nice stuff. Gotta find some more of this upper deck, or not upper deck, but. Oh, that's my other problem. So I'm splitting too much of my resources are getting pulled into hockey for now for some reason.
We can blame Danny. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I'll blame all those the hockey crew.
Does
It's probably more. Oh, go ahead.
No. I just think it's funny because you have to do it that way. Otherwise, you just be broke.
Yeah, for sure. But hockey
Sure.
has been giving a lot of good hits. That's the. Like, it seems like you know what I put into hockey. It seems to be where a lot of the good hits are coming from.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
I'm going to be ripping a ton of Pokemon the 16th. So
Oh yeah, the new set comes out, right?
So most of my money is like going towards that and Prism football.
Were you able to get like a supply ahead of time on that? stuff,
No,
or-
because I like to get it from one store. I kind of go ham on one store and try to pull the card that way. I never get any luck. I know it's just more of a placebo thing, but I never really pull much when I buy it online. Things online, I always get bad luck with the pulls.
It feels that way too. I don't know, when you're getting it from somewhere else, it feels like you have to go to the store that you're.
It's superstitious, but yeah.
Like my Walmart seems hit or miss, but when I go to that Target all the way out in the middle of nowhere, that seems to be
Oh,
where I get
really?
a lot of that stuff. That yeah,
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I have like 3 lucky stores, and bar none, I always hit. I always hit in them. It's the craziest thing. Like I hit, like I pulled my like Dark Magician, that Ghost Rare one from there. I was having terrible luck. I pulled my CJ Stroud Silver from there, and my Victor. You know, like all the big hits always came from like a few stores, and then some stores where I'll rep a ton and just get blown away. I can get wow, that's right. You pulled a gold.
yeah. There's the
Holy-
Paul Skeens gold rookie card.
That's crazy.
I don't
That's a
think
big
it'll
card.
get a 10, but it's
It
a
doesn't
nice
matter. It's
card
still like
regardless.
still a couple $100. I'm assuming.
Yeah, it's got to be. I think so.
Man,
I'd say it might get a 9 if it's lucky. Let's see what else I got
is
from.
it an S2000 behind you? That
What is this?
it's a Corvette. I couldn't tell from the
Oh,
front.
it's a Viper.
Oh, it's a Viper. Okay, the front kind of looks like an S1000.
It is, but the Viper's got that giant V10 sitting in the front. So if
Oh,
you
I just saw the front.
if you cut it like there, it would look like a S2000. Right?
Yeah.
So, oh man, because that yellow S2K, I remember I always wanted that car. There were like 3 cars that
want one
4
too.
cars I was looking for when I was looking at
Funny,
my
we have the
Z.
same taste.
4 cars I was looking for when I was looking for my 350Z. It was the G35 Coupe, it was the Audi TT, or it was the Honda S2000 or 350Z. So those are the 4 cars I wanted
The
at
yellow,
the time.
the yellow S1000 was one I would want to. If it was that, it'll be a yellow Phoenix.
Oh
yellow.
yeah, the yellow one. Heck yeah!
Phoenix yellow. Yep,
Thank God I didn't buy a TT. That's all I have to say about that.
that's true.
But I'm pretty sad that I didn't have like another. I don't know. I probably would have needed like another $8,000 or so to get the
S2000.
S2000 at the time. So
You
that
can get
was-
it now, though. Come on, you can get it. I know you could get it.
yeah, I probably could. I probably yeah.
You only live
Probably
once.
could.
I always tell people you only live once. You might as well enjoy what you drive. You know, going back to work and back and forth. and
I
such.
think there's got to be another car that I would want. Hey, what's up, Hammy and Son? Good to see you. Happy New Year's Eve. Happy holidays. Let's see. Haven't seen you around in a minute, so hope you're doing good. We're just kind of hanging out here tonight.
Should we rip some Pokemon? Well, let's rip one. Let's rip
Yeah,
one.
let's rip some
All right.
Pokemon.
Let me see.
The S2000. Always wanted that car.
Yeah, my friends have all S2000s. Well, a few of mine. His dad has a yellow one. He has a red one. He tracks. And then a couple of my friends have like a blue one, and then another one, a white one. Like everybody has like JDM cars. And my
Such a fun car.
car
That's all I have to say.
one of my friends is headed down to Japan in January to pick up. I think he's trying to buy an R33 Skyline.
Whoo!
Yeah,
Football.
Big money.
Mosaic, Caleb Williams, Honeycomb, and a Donruss Bradshaw downtown. Those are some nice pulls right
Dang.
there.
I'm back.
Wow.
Wow.
In football, I pulled a Mosaic, Caleb Williams, Honeycomb. Oh, wow, that is big.
Yeah,
That's big.
right.
Sell it now.
My friend, yeah, show and tell for sure. My friend, you know, I haven't spoken to in a bit, but he popped into the stream chat like last week Friday,
Yeah.
and then he sent me some pictures of some of his pulls. So he had some nice ones too.
Hey, Mosaic's fun. Mosaic has a lot of case hits. You know, I pulled two. Like I pulled a Jordan Love Genesis and a Stained Glass of Debo Samuel. But it's really cool.
Is that great? Who is that?
That's Charizard. This is a $50 10. But I have quite a few for my steel collection. You know, so I hate when you do this though. That scares me.
Are
I
you
don't know how
gonna
you-
grade that Charizard?
Nah.
Nah.
Ooh,
I like it. They give you the EX Terra. That's a nice card.
dang.
Ow.
How am I supposed to rip this? Like,
Scissors.
no,
Peel it off like a band-aid.
it hurts. It hurts.
Yeah.
It hurts so bad.
All
I'm in
let's
pain.
leave this up. Why? I get it.
Genesis is always a nice parallel. I always I've liked that one. That's for sure.
I also like the band.
All right.
Unrandom.
Got our Pikachu right there. Haldean Fates. There's 2 big cards in this chase. I highly doubt I'll pull them. My friend got lucky. He pulled some bangers though. We'll keep Pikachu for last.
Sylveon. It can happen.
Oh man, I don't know.
Dude, that was crazy.
You have to get some mosaic to get it. Oh yeah, no, I've ripped only a few. I'm not big. I used to be a big fan of mosaic, but honestly, I'm going more Prism this year.
Good
Prism and
idea.
Optic.
To believe in the heart of the cards.
Man, hard or something, man. These things are tough pulls. Maybe I'll get lucky and put like an SP on like last time. Not from this set, but pull something
Oh
big.
God. Varum.
Oh wow, that was from 151. I didn't realize that. So Paldean Faith took the same thing. See that Charizard in the back. Dindian.
Dude, that looks like Raichu. You can't tell me that's not Raichu.
Yeah, it does. It's like a mixture. Iono.
It's a furry.
I hate this bird.
What the
This
heck?
bird is in every like Searching Sparks.
Oh, Kilowatt Troll. Yeah, it's right
Yeah.
down there with Trubbish and
Yeah, he's just like that. River Room. Heat what? Heaterum? Now this just
What
looks
the
like
heck is that?
a Shopakin. Professor Research. And that is it. It's weird. Did I get 2 angles there? Paldean Faith is pretty. I wouldn't say it's rough. I didn't open a lot of Paldean Faith, honestly. Did you,
Ugh.
Aaron?
I think I might have done like maybe 2 or 3
Yeah.
DTBs. That was about it for that set, though.
What the heck? He looks so bad.
Paldean Students. Dolphin. Electric Generator. Technical Machine. Camerupt. And
Clodsire.
yeah. That is a weird looking well.
Is that related to? Oh my God! Is that what Quagsire turns into?
I
Yeah,
think
I
it
think
evolves
so.
from a Whooper.
Whooper.
Oh, dude, the whoopers are the funniest, stupidest things ever.
No, I gotta sort all these again.
That's the problem, man. You start sorting and then you rip more and then you got to sort all over again.
Yeah,
Dude, this
terrible.
is the same pack from last time.
I think it is same sequence. Gengar. Geez, that Gengar from Fusion Strikes is so expensive now. Must hold.
It's like you never know which cards that the community is going to deem like the next one.
Yeah.
That's what's always difficult.
I think it was so underrated for so long, and then there we go. Last pack magic. Let's see if we can pull one more hit.
Then an influencer comes by and says, "This is the card that everyone needs to own," right? And then
Yeah,
all of a sudden, man,
blows up. It's like, yeah, man, you gotta get this.
should have told me that like 2 months ago.
Yeah. Pikachu. Grievard. At the zone. Lantern. It's like one of those fishes.
Yeah.
Clive. Okay, we pulled a shiny.
Have you heard the description of Drifloon? It's kind of creepy.
No.
It
And that's it.
carries kids to their fates, basically.
Oh, that's terrible.
The whole theme of Pokemon, if you think about it, is
It-
creepy.
It is creepy, yeah. In the manga,
It is.
they die. Some of the Pokemons die.
So yeah, exactly, or worse, right?
They fight to the death, man. If you think about it, you're trapping them in a ball.
It's basically like everyone's Michael Vick, and like
Yeah,
You know?
100%.
it's like, man, what is up with Pokemon?
It's creepy when most of these guys talk about like these characters as waifus, and they're like 15, 16
12 years old,
You're
yeah.
young as hell.
Yeah, there's that too, which is a little weird.
Yep.
Well, I mean, Misty would be like 35 now, you know.
Yeah, at this point.
But
She'll be up my alley. She's old enough now. The best card was a Charizard. Well, you mainly buy for the Charizard. Like these boxes are going for like 50 just because of the Charizard, honestly. I don't know if that's gradable though. So
it's a nice card. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie.
Yeah. It's just shiny. It's nothing cool. It's not cool like that one right there or the other ones in the back, in my opinion.
Really, those tins are going for like $50. I bought the tin just for the Charizard.
Yeah, the tins are going for like $50. Yeah.
That is crazy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're expensive now. That's why a lot of people are like searching for. I have like 2 more, but I think I'm gonna keep it for my collection.
People are going crazy right now for like the current generation. Like there's like FOMO all over again for Pokemon.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of people getting back into the hobby, and then new people in the hobby. So a lot of people are trying to go backwards to collect certain things, and it's pushing the market, which is a good thing. You kind of want to see it, but unfortunately, there is some bad stuff that comes along with stuff like that. But
well, you know what it is, I think, is they had like 2 or 3 successful sets that built hype on top of hype because you had Surging Sparks, and then you have whatever the new set is coming out, and that's just building up the momentum.
Prismatic is going to be crazy, though.
Yeah, Prismatic Fates or whatever it's called.
Prismatic is going to be nuts, and I understand why people will like it. Like I haven't collected like real hardcore because I mainly only collect subsets, but Surging Sparks was really good. It was just really painful. It was a very painful set to rip. I mean, I didn't pull the Pikachu, and I spent quite a bit ripping. I still pulled my Latias. That was technically my chase card in ways, so that doesn't matter. But
even 151 before that too started the hype ball. I think
151 though was a very good set because it wasn't hard to pull big cards. If you ripped enough, you should be able to pull that Charizard. Like you should. I pulled 2 or 3. And it was like a cross between like Surging Sparks and not Surging Sparks. It was not as easy as Crown Zenith, but not as it wasn't like not as easy as Crown Zenith, but not too hard. It was like in between. So
it wasn't like super short printed. Right. It was like 1 per box or one per normal booster box or something. You'll
get a hit every 3 packs, which is pretty good. I think with Crown Zenith, you got like a hit every like 2 packs, something crazy, like something like that. But Surging Sparks is terrible. Like Surging Sparks, you have to rip almost close to 10 packs to maybe get a hit, and the hit might just be the EX card. It might just be this. It might just be this EX card right here. You got 1 hit card. Look, congratulations,
$50.
James. Nice hit. You know, like it's Surging Sparks is terrible.
I did 1 ETB of Surging Sparks. I was like,
it's not ready for this. It's not as bad as Evolving Skies, but it's bad. It's bad because you keep pulling. I feel like it's worse, honestly. I'd rather not get anything versus get an EX card as your hit. I don't know. At that point, just don't give it to me. You know, Surging Sparks is a rough rip.
I hear you, man. Oh man.
And I
don't know. What do you think the pull rates are going to be on this new? I've heard a couple of sources, and they said like there might be some severely nerfed pull rates on this new set.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. I think it's gonna feel like 151. It's gonna feel like 151. Now you're gonna have certain pulls like the Umbreon that's gonna definitely be harder to pull, right? They're definitely gonna short print those, but I feel like you will pull more. The hits are gonna be a little bit more easier. And the only reason why I say that is because I think every pack has an EX. Because they don't have IRs, right? Don't have illustration rares or
that's true.
So if that's the case, all you could technically pull is Pokeballs variations, Master Ball variations, which is harder, EXs, and SIRs. So if you don't make the hits easy or at least fluent for a set that small. It's not that big of a set. The feel will be off. I feel like. So I think
I feel like they have to keep the hit rate around 1 every 3 packs. Like it has always been for Pokemon.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely. But I think the SIRs, there's definitely going to be some SIRs, right? The evolutions that are going to be harder to pull than others.
That'll be like 1 every 2 boxes or something like that.
So, but I was going to mention this when I went live and talk about the Pokemon once I get to Terrestrial Festival, but I didn't get it. So,
or like 2 out of every 3 boxes or something like that.
The card you kind of want to get that's very undervalued, right? People are thinking about the evolutions. And it just states with anybody who's on this chat, says everybody's here, that will go up in price will probably be the Roaring Moon. It's not the evolution. Some of the evolutions would definitely hold its value, but the Roaring Moon is going to go up. And the reason why is because it's the person who made the art. The person who made the Magikarp that from Paldea involved, same thing with the Giratina and the Magneton, is going to be the same person who made the artwork for Roaring Moon. And people really collect his artwork on his cards. So that and the PSA 10 is going to go up. Like if you see that for a good price or whatever, that might be something to look out for.
Oh yeah, for sure. I want to look at these.
Yeah. Like so. Let me see if I can kind of showcase it. Let me see if I can find it. And so it's this guy right here. I think his name is Shinji Kanda. So he's the one that made the Magneton. If you can tell, his art style is a lot of diamonds.
Oh yeah. The Magikarp, the Magneton,
Magikarp and stuff, and the Giratina and stuff like that. Because I have the Giratina, like you see it, it's very similar. His art style is very unique. He puts a lot of diamonds and stuff into it, right? So the Roaring Moon is the same guy, and you could tell that it's him, like it's his art style. So a lot of his cards, the Magikarp, this in a PSA 10, Giratina, all of them are at least a couple hundred to 300 or more. So just look out for that. The Roaring Moon one is the sleeper card, honestly.
Okay. I think I know which one.
You could check it. It should be if you could look it up. Like a lot of people haven't really been talking about because yes, that's the one. That's the bad boy. A lot of people haven't been talking because everybody's so stuck on the other stuff. But you could tell. Look how beautiful that is. You can see all the stars, the little diamonds, everything. That's his artwork.
It's so detailed onto one little card. Like his cards are very distinctive.
Yeah, his cards are very distinctive. Absolutely. And a lot of people are not talking about this. This is a very sleeper card. Matter of fact, you could buy that card right now. My friend bought one for about $20, $30, and then a PSA 10. I bet you in the future is going to go up. You know,
see, I'm not too big on this art, to be honest. Like it's nice, but it's not iconic like that other original freaking Umbreon. You know.
Mm-hmm.
It's just it's not. It's like almost like it's a second version of the Moonbreon. It doesn't quite have the same appeal to me for whatever reason. It's a nice art.
It's a nice art. I like it. I'm not gonna lie. I do like it. The only reason I don't think it's good as the Moonbreon. I don't think any of these sets are as good as the Evolving Skies. I don't think they are. But I do like the abstractness of it. What was that?
What's up, Will?
I'm going to bed. I've got a long day tomorrow.
For sure, man. Yep. Have a good night, bro.
All right. Good night, Will. Take care. Happy New Year's, bro.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna take off.
I won't be on. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna stick another hour. Go ahead.
No, you don't have to, Will.
This is so Will too.
No.
You're killing me.
This is so Will.
Well, I'm actually gonna go. Because
Kevin's gonna go to bed.
Yeah, I am.
I might as well. You know what? I might as well too, just because.
30 minutes.
I know I'm so indecisive.
30 minutes, Will. 30 minutes. You can go 30 more minutes.
No.
I love you, Will, bro. You're the man.
He says you are everywhere.
You are. Barry is too. Barry.
Yeah.
Barry is everywhere.
No, I've got to go, but I won't be here Friday because I'm out of town. But I'll be on the following Friday. Good night,
Sounds
everybody.
good,
have a good and safe New Year's. Much love, and stay awesome, and keep watching these all these amazing channels on the panel and in the chat. Much love. Bye, everyone.
See you, Will.
Yep, I'm gonna go too. So
All
All
right.
right. Good night, Kevin. Hey,
Hey,
take
thank
care,
you,
man.
Sid. See y'all. Have a great New Year's Eve, and hopefully I'll see you around.
All right.
Sounds good. All
Okay.
right, number 2.
Yeah. I'm about to call here pretty soon too. But no, just to get back on, I'm right there with you. I do like the abstractness of the prismatic though. I like the Leafeons, kind of look like a stained glass, that type of stuff. So it's a beautiful card, but I don't think it's gonna be like Evolving Skies, right? Like let's be honest, this is a different type of art style, different art form. But it's not terrible. Like I like what they're doing it, because if it was a little bit like Evolving Skies, it would take the pill away from Evolving Skies. You know what I mean?
You know what's gonna make this set so hard though is like you're gonna get your secret art rare.
Yeah.
You're gonna freaking brick on like a teal mask ogre pawn or something.
Yeah. But
Oh my goodness.
no, you're not wrong. But I think that's why I think it's gonna be a little bit more easier to pull. I think it's the Master Ball that's gonna be hard.
It better be,
Yeah.
because with 20 SARs like that is 26 SARs.
And it's not
It's
that much-
got to be higher.
Absolutely.
Otherwise, like a Moonbrion's going to be like a case hit or worse. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not talking case of ETBs. I'm talking booster case.
Yeah.
It'd be like multi ETB case hit. If that's the case.
Someone stole some on Whatnot, and we're selling it, and it looks like the pull rates are pretty good.
It better be.
And a lot of people, complain about that, and I'm like, you guys are idiots. I rather spend more money and pull more cards, good cards that I want, versus the cards to be super expensive. You know what I mean? As a collector, and this set eventually foremost, because that happened with 151, but the Charizard are still up there in price.
Still
Like
$250 card or something.
yeah,
like that,
yeah. So it's just I disagree where a lot of people are complaining that it might be too easy of a pull, but I prefer it. I don't want to spend
not with this many SARs.
Yeah.
It's gonna be hard.
You think so?
Even if they give you 2 per box, 2 per
Yeah.
booster box equivalent, right?
Yeah.
It would still be super hard.
I rip a lot though. Aaron, I rip a lot. Like I rip close about 2,000 and 1,500. So that's how much I'm ripping ETBs, like literally. So hopefully I could pull the Moonbryon, the Sunbryon, they call it the Sunbryon, and be done with it. But you know what your other card is very unique that's underrated? It's that Palfin. That Palfin right there. So go up, and right there, Palfin. What does that remind you of?
A champ? I can't remember which
think
one.
Think of an anime. Think of an anime.
Oh, freaking One Piece.
Nope. It's old school anime.
Oh, I don't know.
This is the artist.
Bricking.
This is the artist that made the anime or drew the anime Fist of the North Star.
That's why
you
that's
see it.
name.
That's why you can see it, right? You can see yep, this card is underrated as well. You're gonna see like people collect certain artists of this, and I think this is gonna go up in price as well. So I'll be searching for this card in English, the Roaring Moon. I do not want any of the mask. I think
that's the thing. Everyone's gonna be ripping open all of their freaking Pokemon Center ETBs, and they're gonna get like a fire mask ogre pawn.
The mask is the only thing I do not want out of the set. This and the that's cool.
That is cool. That is hella cool.
I just don't want the Iron Hands, and I don't want the mask.
Yeah, no.
I want them only because I want to complete my set, but I don't want them to be my first hits. That's cool. I like that.
Magneton is cool too.
I like that Magneton. Yes.
I always click on the ones that draw my eye, and that Magneton's definitely distinctive. I like
that. I like that. Say I wouldn't mind it.
I'm gonna be on the singles hunt on this, but after the set, once the set releases and everybody's ripped everything, come out and people rip the second wave, that's the time you want to buy the singles, not on the release day. That's for sure.
Yeah, 100%.
There's gonna be a time when everyone's trying to sell all their cards to the collectors, and that's when you want to buy all your singles.
Yeah,
Even this Noibat looks pretty cool.
yeah, it's gonna be easy. That one's an easy one to buy. They're only like the Japanese. They're only going for like $10 or something. But
Yeah.
you're right. Like I prefer because the other ones are not evolutions, man. You can buy them for a good deal. You know, once everything's said and done. Leafeon's dope. I love Leafeon.
Yeah, that Leafeon is dope. Oh,
gorgeous, man. It's beautiful. This one
I'd almost want that more than the Moon Umbreon.
No, absolutely. This is actually one of my chase cards. The Leafeon's gorgeous. It almost looks like a stained glass type artistic style right there.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah, it's a beautiful card, and it's vibrant, man. Like they did a great job in the set. I do highly suggest ripping some. I think Pokemon I enjoy ripping because it's Pokemon. So any card that I get that I don't have, I'm gonna love. You know what I mean? So yes, you're searching for the big money cards, but it's not like with sports where you're like, damn, I didn't pull Jaden Daniels. You're like, it's just upset the entire time, right? Like this, I think I will enjoy ripping. Like the money.
Oh, so there are no regular illustration. There's only
Nope.
a couple IRs I saw.
There's no illustrations for it. They're full art trainers and SIRs. And that's I think that's gonna be more of a promo.
Oh, okay. Well, I want that Meowth promo. That's pretty dope too.
I want it too. I want it too, man. I like these artwork, you know, and I just think it's gonna be very, very cool set, man. I'm excited, but I didn't FOMO and buy everything online because, like I said, I'm very superstitious. I like to buy everything at one store and just be done with it. And then whatever card I can't pull, I'll just go ahead and buy if I have to.
I feel like with the number of SIRs, they almost have to put it like one in every 2 or 3 ETBs to make it make sense.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. Like the SIRs have to be more easier to pull because how are you going to put a bunch of EXs? You know what I mean? Like that's going to be the hit. It would just feel.
This is going to be the most feel bad product if it's like normal SIR pull rate, right?
Absolutely.
Like,
It's going to
goodness.
It's going to just feel terrible because as you could tell, the set's not that big. That's everything in it. So if that's the case and your hits are EXs, right? Every 2, 3, that's going to be terrible. That's going to feel horrible, right?
You rip like 4 ETBs and you get like 10 EXs. That's going to be horrible.
Yeah, I just don't see that happening. So I think it's like what you said, like an ETB is going to either give you a full art or an SIR. You know what I mean? Or something like that.
I think it feels like every 2 or 3 would be the right pull rate to me.
Yeah. And you know, that's fine. You know, I rip a lot of ETBs. So, I mean, like all you could rip is from that too. That's what makes it even crazier. This set's going to be just not hard to find because you're not going to have just single blister packs. You have to rip posters. You got to rip sets. You got to rip ETBs. So, yeah, man, it's gonna really be a shit show, honestly. It's a really good value. And here's one thing I kind of heard from the grapevines from undisclosed source that I have. I highly suggest looking at Pokemon Center either in New Year's Eve or New Year's Day at around 5 a.m. because there's a good chance that Pokemon Center is going to drop.
Yeah.
And I highly suggest getting what you can from it. Not ripping it, keeping it sealed. It's a good sealed collection type stuff. Usually that stuff goes up in price. Rep your normal ETBs, but if you're looking for the Pokemon Center stuff, more or less is going to drop again on New Year's Eve or New Year's Day at 5 a.m. So
those will be regular ETBs, or will those be the Pokemon Center ETBs?
The Pokemon Center ones. Pokemon Center ones. That's what everybody wants. That's why
everybody wants those, right?
Yep. I want those for just my collection. I want me to do anything with it. You know,
I wouldn't rip those because they tend to go. Yeah, they're too expensive.
They go for big money later on in the future. Yeah, because you got like I'm an investor and I also rip because it helps pay for what I have. But like I would highly suggest keeping that just for your seal collection and just ripping your ETBs, your normal ETBs. But they definitely are going to drop again sometime around in the next 2 days. Around 5 a.m. So, but yeah, like it's the trainer stuff is okay. You know, I dig it. It's not terrible, but even with the trainer cards, man, like they have to make it easy to pull because it's not a big set. So how could you make a non-big set and you can't?
It's an average size set. It's 187 cards, and then looks like 23. Oh no, like a ton of super secret art rares. So
yeah,
that's about right for this set. Looks like about 2 or 3 regular Japanese releases
Yeah.
combined. Oh, and there's gold.
Yeah. The gold ones, I'm never a fan of gold cards.
Yeah.
But those are cool right there. The ones on top, those are like secret illustration full arts.
Some of these are cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
I can see there's some appeal in these
It's like
cards.
cartoonish, right? They kind of made it into like a cartoonish style type stuff. So it's not bad.
That looks like a panel from a manga, to be honest.
yeah.
That's pretty
No,
cool.
absolutely. It's that's exactly what it is.
Yeah, those are cool. I
did
dig
they
those
connect?
cards.
Do those cards connect?
Good question.
Do they connect?
Probably not.
No, they don't. I thought they connect the way that.
Oh, that would be cool because everybody loves that because then you have to collect all 4 or 5.
Yeah. They do that with definitely the Pokemon and the trainer, right? They do have those.
There's definitely 4 with like a very distinct edging. I don't know if you can see that on the either side.
Yeah.
But they all have like that would be a cool little because you would have all 4 panels and then you could arrange them, and they would turn into like almost like a page from the manga. That would be pretty dope too.
Yeah. No, it's pretty dope. It's gonna be a fun set. That Eevee, from what it said, that's a special art person that Eevee as well. That one in the bottom, Nick, without that fruit. It's a very famous artist, so that's gonna be a big card too. But that thing is off centered for a Japanese. I know that caught your eye as well.
No, it's almost like it's got a Pringle on it, or it's Pringle
God.
bent when they scanned it. You see how it's like bowed in the center?
It is really off centered. But that card is going to be in the UPC, and that's a beautiful card, man. I'm sorry, that's a beautiful card. That's a very beautiful card. Like I'm never big into the crown thing, the prismatic crown thing, but they did the artwork that they've been doing with Pokemon. I do love. So
the fruit thing looks beautiful.
It's beautiful.
I need that.
Yeah, it's a special Japanese dessert. But like it's like dude, I'm gonna go all in the set, man. I really am. As far as investing, ripping, and everything, I'm going for it. So this is gonna be a fun set, bro. Like I think you, Aaron, will enjoy ripping this. Yeah,
if I see it, I'll certainly be buying it. But if I don't see it, then
I'm gonna have to send it to you. It's like, Aaron, you can't find anything. You know what? The sad part is that might be true, man. I know that you said that you only have a few stores over in where you're at, and this is a huge set. It's such one of the most anticipated sets.
Well, I was at the Target, right, and the guy was restocking. I waited in line just as long as everybody else on the restock, and then two people ran up and grabbed all the Surging Sparks booster bundles. Wow. But whatever, I didn't say anything because I wasn't gonna buy any. I wasn't gonna buy any to begin with, but obviously they pissed off a lot of other people.
Man, if you're, dude, let me tell you, I could find that everywhere. I find booster boxes in the vending machines. I find them all the time. I don't buy them. They're too overpriced right now, even at $170 on the Pokemon vending machines. And once my friend gets distribution, it's cheaper, you know. And plus, I've ripped a couple. Man, they're terrible. The booster boxes are terrible.
Unless you're around 140 is the right price for a booster
140 is the right price for them. And if you want it, I could always get it, right? Like I always could find it. But the vending machines has been terrible because. And no kudos for those guys. I mean, they're trying to make money or whatever. They're flipping whatever. I don't have any problems with that. If I'm not there first, it is what it is. But a lot of places in the vending machines here, everybody's just cleaning
them out.
Yeah. So it is what it is. And so I hate it, but I also love it because you need the hype sometimes. It's bad hype, but sometimes this brings the value of the cards high, and
it keeps the market going. It keeps
the market the way it is, absolutely. And
you'll be able to sell your singles to people.
There's pros and cons to it, man. And I tell people like, hey, if you want to get to it, just put in the work too. You put in the work, you're gonna be able to find it. You know,
at the start of the Scarlet Violet, at the start of the cycle or whatever, this generation.
Yeah,
like the hype just died down all the way up until about the 4th or 5th set. You know what I mean? Until 151 released.
Yeah,
you could get boxes of Scarlet Violet for $100 or less. the ETBs are just plummeting in price.
Mhm.
But all that, went up. It's gone back up. So you're just waiting for the right time to pick it up.
I thought the market was always low. And I told my friend this, and he's like, well, if it was so low, Chance, why didn't you buy a ton of it? Well, at the time, I was collecting mainly vintage. Like, that's why I got my Charizards. Like, I was aiming towards my bigger Grail cards, not modern. But I told them, like, dude, why is a modern, let's say if it's a chase modern, like the Moltres, right? If that's the chase card of that set and it's $200 for a PSA 10, like, why wouldn't you just buy the PSA 10? Like, that makes more sense. So to me, that's undervalued because most people will have to rip almost 8 to 10 ETBs to pull that card. And
Or
if you
more.
pulled it, and if you pull that card, it might not even be a PSA 10. So anything that was a chase card that was $200 that is a PSA 10 for that set was undervalued. And sure enough, it spiked. Everything spiked because of it. You know what I mean?
The 151 cards all shot back up. Now that the supply is gone, it's all everything.
I'm gonna show you this card since I think what's his name saw it right here out off the screen, and I don't know when I'm gonna do my live, and I don't think there's that much people on here right now. But I'm gonna show you could you guess what it is?
So you said vintage?
No, it's modern.
Oh, modern. Do a Gengar.
Gengar is actually a good guess. I wish I had the Gengar. It's not the Gengar though.
It's not the Gengar. You got the Giratina.
Oh, I bought the Giratina right. It was a
okay. Oh, Magikarp?
No.
Okay, I give up. Oh my goodness.
I told my friend because my friend had 4 or 5 of these at the time, and Charlie, he sold them and he flips, he keeps. At the time, I didn't want to touch it and look at it because this is one of the modern cards I did want in my set, but you know how impossible it was to pull. You just couldn't pull it. It's impossible.
You gave up, but it's the right decision.
But
wow, what a beautiful card.
Yeah, so for me wise, I knew like I didn't want to touch it. It's like that's why you never touch the card. Like, yeah, Charlie, I didn't want to touch the card because it was super. I didn't want to see it in person until I could actually attain the card. You know what I mean? I did have to trade quite a few of my Evolving Skies ETBs, and those went up in price in order to get it. But at the time, I only bought the ETBs for $40. So a guy got super lucky. He bought 13 of the Emporions and he opened and he pulled 2, and he sold me one of it because he pulled 2, and I made a trade to get this card for the Evolving Skies ETB. I told Charlie, I'm like, what's the purpose of me having these ETBs if the card that I want is technically this? Let me just go ahead and trade for it, right?
Oh, absolutely.
I didn't pay much for my ETBs. I kept them. So I traded traded 7 or 8 ETBs to get this, and I don't regret it because
you'll never pull it from those 8 ETBs.
yeah, you're never gonna pull it from the 8 ETBs. And at the time, like I thought it was gonna be because he said that it was a little pixelated, it was like a little white dot, like very small. Unless you looked at you looked at
the 10.
And so
Fabian.
We didn't know if it was gonna be a 10 or not. So I brought it to Charlie, and Charlie's like, you know what, bro, it's so centered that you're gonna have to put it in, right? And sure enough, we put it in and it got a 10. So I would have been happy with a 9, but it's crazy that this got a 10 though.
Well, PSA grading scale, you're allowed to have 60/40. You're allowed to have one minor imperfection. So it doesn't have to be perfect to get a gem 10.
Yeah.
It's something you need to know with PSA. So
okay,
it's worth the shot. You can have a couple minor due.
So
all right, Chance, since you showed that, I'll show you my card I'm going to show on Friday then. It's only fair. It's only fair. That's amazing, dude, though, man. Congrats, man.
I was super happy about that. And it's not going nowhere. Even if the market drops a little bit or whatever, it's not going nowhere. It's my PC card. Yeah.
For folks who don't know, that is the card for the Sword and Shield generation, the Moonbreon aka the VMAX Umbreon's SIR.
Do you know how much it's jumped since then? I didn't even know like how much it's jumped from.
Oh,
the
it's
PSA10.
back over 1,000. That's for sure.
It's 2,200 right now.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay, well here is my I did buy one of the grill cards, and Will almost let it slip a little earlier.
Oh, did he really?
So, like, shut up, Will! I didn't tell anybody
You
yet.
don't tell anything to Will.
I know, but I did buy this off of eBay because it is basically eBay 101, and this is pretty much probably the last opportunity to get this card. So there it is. There is the N9 Allen and Ginter
Oh yeah.
Hawaiian Islands Flags of All Nations in a EX Mint 6.
Wow,
So
that's crazy.
this is the card I've been
you were
facing.
I know you were talking with Sensei about the flags and stuff like that. So that's what technically what you were after, huh?
Yeah, this is the card. This is one on my. Finally ponied up for it. There are only 5 in the world that are graded higher.
Bro.
So
Don't be lying. How much was it?
best offer. I paid $250 for this.
Yeah, it was worth it. The money's worth spent, bro. Sometimes that's why I say sometimes it's worth just like you remember we were mentioning Paul. Sometimes it's just better just to buy the card, man. Like, you know, like if it's a card that you like, man, just do it. You know, I mean, there's some cards I wouldn't spend money. Like I learned that with sports.
In this case, it's definitely worth it because I doubt I will ever see this card again at this grade
absolutely, man.
ever again on eBay because it's now in my possession. There's only
I
think there's only like 6 or 7 that are graded at 6, and there's only like 5 or 6 that are graded higher.
Wow.
If you can believe, there's a PSA 8 of this out there somewhere in the world. So finally, this is one to cross off my bucket list. So
wow.
Yep.
That's good, man. That sometimes it's better just to pull the trigger on it, and you know, and that's why I did too. I didn't even want to touch this card, honestly. So many people try to show me this card, and like same thing with you. I didn't want to look at this at all until I actually could attain it.
It's volatile, right? Because you've seen it swing up and down, right? You don't want to buy it at the wrong moment. When
this technically is the wrong moment, but the problem, because you know everything's so high, it's a bull market right now, but I don't see it ever. I think it's going to go down, but it's not going to go down the way it was before. And the only reason why is because the sealed is too expensive now.
It'll go down once other cards in the market surpass the interest on it, right?
Yeah.
So there might be a better Moonbreon somewhere down the road.
Once the sealed goes too high at a point where it's just more logically better just to save up to buy the card, it usually goes until with the two things, like you said. You know, like that's why like Hidden Fates didn't go up that high anymore, because Hidden Fates ETB stayed around 200, 250, because the GX Charizard, the biggest card that you're trying to pull out of it, really is only like $500 raw, you know, and a 10 maybe a little bit more, like 700, 800. And because of that, it doesn't move the market, the seal. But now the seal is so expensive now, it's just not logical for you to not just to buy the PSA 10. I think the booster boxes went up to $1,000. So I have a
crazy
booster box, and I have a booster box. I paid like $150 for it at the time, but I'm not selling that. That's like just a collection thing. I got to put a little thing in it, but that's why I got rid of my ETBs, because I'm like, man, if I really want a good card, a good presentational one, I got to pull the trigger now, because I think it's going to drop down again, but it's probably it's not going to drop back to $500. It's probably going to float around like 1,500 is my guess. 15 to 2,000, then back up, and then you know how it is. It plays that market.
I've never believed in it as far as Pokemon, because I know how much Pokemon they've printed over the last 3 years. So I saw a stat, something like 80% of all Pokemon cards have been printed in the last 4 years.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, is that there are enough hardcore Pokemon collectors.
Yeah, you're right. The demand is too high for it. It's too high for it.
If you're a serious Pokemon collector, I guess you would say that's the card that you kind of need to own, almost like a Michael Jordan, or LeBron James or something. You know, certain. It gets crazy on that card.
For my guess, it at the average is around 2,000 to 3,000 for your shot to be able to pull one. I think I was watching one of the Pokemon things. He pulled it out of 3,709 or six.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. And it's tough. It's a tough pull. It's a very tough pull, and I'm not going to rip 3,000 something dollars worth. You know, think about 3,700 times $4. That's a lot of money.
That is a lot of money.
Right.
I want to look at the pop count on this card.
The pop count is 11,000 or something like that, which is a lot. But if you think about that, that's not as much as you think of the vintage. Like vintage is actually kind of higher than that, or something like that. I think it's 11,000 or something. Maybe it's a little bit higher now. But the problem is that a lot of people in the world wants this card, right?
Yes, exactly. That's the point.
And
right?
they want it in English. The English one's the most expensive one. So it's like they want it in English, and the world wants this card. So even if the population's at 15,000, the price is gonna stay the way, like almost where it's at. You know, I'm curious too, though. Could you check?
What's the card number on there? I know it's got to be a high number.
It's 215.
It's
215 out of 203. So 250 because it's a secret rare. It's 215.
Okay, yeah. So there's 14,416
Yeah.
PSA 10s.
Yeah.
There's a high pop count, but there probably are 15,000 Pokemon collectors out there who will trade this card over and over again.
It's done. I already had people ask me about it. I had a lot of people ask me about it, but I'm like, no, I'm not getting rid of it. Just wait for a drop, you know. But like I said, I don't think it's gonna probably float around 1,500, and it'll float back up and then down, up and down around there.
Buy the raw version in this card because it's probably half the price.
Yep.
And if you look at the pop count,
if you just
it's likely it'll jam.
Nice presentation. I think a Nair Mint though is still around 1,400. That's the problem. Yeah. A Nair Mint is still 1,400 raw, which is crazy because it stayed around 600 or 700 for the longest time, and then it just boomed in the last 6 months.
Yeah, I would say that most people who wanted this card, or who know about that, have tried to grade it at this point. But the gem rate seems really high. That's very high. That's like 75%.
What is the 9? What's the 9s look like?
3,500.
3,500.
Yeah, so 75% gem rate on this card.
Oh, actually, it gem's pretty good then. Actually, gem's pretty good.
Yeah, considering that it doesn't have a border, that's always the hardest part to tell. It's always a chipping on the edges. Is always. And then surface imperfections, which are always very hard to see on those kind of cards. So you never know, but there could be another maybe 10,000. I don't know that are raw out there. Could be more.
Hasn't been able, or even in boxes, right? Like in boxes, but it's so expensive to open now. I wouldn't advise people to do that.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's like, well, then again, the community, we love to gamble. So
yeah, you're
that's not going to stop us from trying.
You're seeing breaks and such stuff like that. Hey, Aaron, I do have to go, bro. But it was nice to jump on, man, when I can here.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, let's shut it down here.
Wife is calling me to go sleep here.
All right.
But
thanks everybody.
I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, I had a good time chit-chatting. We'll do this again at some point in the future for sure. But thanks for everybody for hopping by. Budget Rips, Fabian, Collectorholic, BC, all you guys, awesome. We'll see you guys next year. I said that last Friday, but this time, Happy New Year's, everyone, and I will see you guys later. Good night, everyone.